Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I love this.
My name's Jay Milne. #Blue.
Our sports update deliverer, the Coon.
I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up today.
You know what, Reid?
You might be honest.
All right, here's what's going on in the Nest.
Game night for your Edmonton Oilers. They are visiting the St. Louis Blues, who are not doing well. Imagine if you were some idiot that picked them to win the Stanley Cup before the season. They are 3-7-2 on the season. The Oilers now up to 6-4-3 after the overtime win over Chicago on Saturday night. The Oilers going to roll out with McDavid with Nuge and Mangiapane, Draisaitl with Podkolzin and Roslovic, Henrique with Savoy and Frederick, Philp with Howard and Lazar, Ekholm with Bouchard, Nurse with Wallman, Kulak with Emberson. Calvin Pickard will be the starting goaltender against the Blues in his career, 2-2-1 with a 2.33 goals against average and a really good .921 save percentage. For the season, though, Pickard's save percentage is .846. How about this? Taking on Jordan Binnington, whose save percentage for this season is .860. My goodness. Binnington against the Oilers in his career, 6-4-2 with a 2.99 GAA and an .898 save percentage. The Blues will get Robert Thomas, he of Matchbox 20 fame, back from injury. He missed 4 games with the UBI, upper body injury. He's back in the lineup. Jake Neighbors, former Oil King, a guy I like watching and interviewing, will not play. He's out with a leg injury. We'll give you the full Blues lineup a little bit later on. We're going to have Tim Micallef from Sportsnet join us at about 3:40. Or as I wrote on the lineup here, I just realized Sport and Set. I just realized I made a typo there. Reverse the S in the end. Thankfully, that's not on air.
It's a good thing they're not called Sport and Snet. Or Sport and Set.
Yeah, what would you show if you were Sport and Snet?
Welcome back to Sport and Set.
Yeah, I guess it would be Sport and
where we're
Set.
covering volleyball 24 hours a day.
Or maybe tea sets. It's like some sports, some tea servings. I don't know. He'll be on the show today. We are with you until 5:30, and then we'll transition to the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show with Tom Gazzola as the Oilers play at 6:30. All right, so we got to talk about Saturday night. So what was it like for you, first of all, in the theater box?
Well, I don't know where to begin. It was great because we got there early, watching the game, the Blue Jays game, that is, obviously. And it was such an unreal experience because here you're sitting watching a live NHL game taking place right in front of you.
Highest level of hockey in the world.
Exactly. On a Saturday night, late start.
3 first overall draft picks in the game.
Yeah, it's got everything.
2 guys who've won a Hart Trophy, yeah.
It's got everything you could ask for in a matchup, except I'm upstairs from the theater box watching it in that foyer of the theater box lounge because we couldn't take our eyes off that Blue Jays game.
Right.
So it was if ifs and buts were candies and nuts. Look, it happened. They lost in thrilling fashion. I just can't imagine what that place would have been like had the Blue Jays won.
Well, we briefly heard it when they thought Kiner Falefa scored.
Yeah, and I was videotaping that in that moment where the crowd erupted and everybody thought the Blue Jays had won. On the Dalton Varsho hit to second, turns out he was out. I mean, the highs and lows, the peaks and valleys of that night were something I probably won't forget. It was a very unique experience, right?
Yeah.
To be viewing a live hockey game, but also be trying to watch Game 7 of the World Series, which was into extra innings.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the emotions were high. It was, it was a night. It was what a night.
It was interesting for me, and I'm not going to say who, because there are other circumstances under which people can have nights off or not come to the rink. But there was an abnormal number of media members not at the game who usually are there or are almost always there. And then, I found myself maybe a third following the hockey game and more following the baseball game. Really weird night. And we're going to talk about this coming up in buying or selling. Obviously, the baseball game was being shown in split screen with the usual scoreboard feed. And then during the intermission, not during the intermissions, during the TV timeouts, they just started putting the Blue Jays game up on full screen. And they probably might, I don't know if they would have had to skip a couple of promotional things along the way. So really strange way for you and I to consume the game. I mean, if I'm home for that game, there's no hockey until the Blue Jays game is done. I mean, maybe I probably would have flipped over during commercials.
You could flip over,
you
sure.
You have 2 minutes or 90 seconds or whatever it is. But really, surreal seeing the crowd, hearing the crowd reaction to plays and or people following it however they were following it. And I think this is something we want to get into. If this was even the right thing for the Oilers to do, we're going to have a quote from Connor McDavid, which I think is pretty telling. But it was, in terms of the baseball stuff, the game itself, the baseball stuff, like actually an incredible Game 7.
Yes.
I mean, as you and I often say, if you didn't care who won, you're not changing the channel.
No, you would have been glued.
Totally enthralled. The way it happened, the Bichette home run, the Dodgers coming back, the chances both teams had to win before the Dodgers won it, more so on the Blue Jays. I mean, I talk about this, but just the runners left on base, runners left in scoring position. And the Dodgers in this series really rarely had a rally, but they got a guy on and knocked him home. Or Ohtani hit a couple home runs in that one game, 3 solo home runs in Game 7, whereas the Blue Jays had more big innings. I mean, they had 22 more hits in the series. But I mean, I guess the very general way to put this series is the Dodgers won the close games and the Blue Jays won the games that were a little more lopsided.
Yeah, that's fair.
For the I mean, that's really how it breaks down. 2 extra innings wins for the Dodgers, but there's going to be so many what ifs for me. The one, Jay, that I actually find the most crushing. Yes, we're going to talk about Varsho not being able to get it to the outfield and Falefa being thrown out at home. You know, there's the leadoff double by Vladdy in the 11th where you should tie it. But the one that I found the most crushing was the Clement hit that Pages caught. Because yes. I was saying this to you and a couple other guys earlier. Clement, yes, you want to hit a home run, but, you know, you always hear like, I want to be the type of hitter that can drive the ball, that can always make good contact. Like, he spanks it to the gap.
Right where you're supposed to.
I mean, right how you're supposed to hit it. I mean, you know, who would you sooner have on your team? A guy who gets 30 home runs and 100 strikeouts, or a guy who can hit 80 doubles and never strikes out? You know, Clement just pounded that. And then for Pages to catch it in the process of body checking a teammate. And quite frankly, briefly shaking him up.
Yeah.
You know, like as soon as they collided, I kind of saw the ball into the glove, but my brain is expecting, in a split second, the ball is going to pop out of his glove and roll around. Because to me, that was the moment where I'm like, are you serious? Is it just not meant to be? Like, Clement makes awesome contact. And I know people are flashing back to the Barger lodged ball and all that kind of stuff, but the opportunities were there. I mean, is this just the teams were very equal and the Dodgers... I mean, we talk about this all the time. There's a lot of ways to win a game, and just making big plays is one of them. And did the Dodgers make more big plays, or in terms of plays, timely plays, maybe?
Timely, yes. They did. I mean, the Blue Jays had their chances. They had several chances in that 7th game alone.
Yeah.
And to talk about that Clement hit, I mean, the arena went silent.
Yeah.
When that ball was caught.
Yeah,
because there was a buzz building when they were tracking back to the wall, and then they caught it. Silence.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was emotional. My goodness, was that ever emotional?
All right, let's dive into our afternoon headlines. They are presented by 100.3 The Bear, Edmonton's best rock. Stream them on iHeart today. This is Chet Palmer with your sports report. That Blue Jays game caused more tears than an onion choppers convention. Golly gee, I thought they had it in the bag a few times, but those slimy Dodgers wiggled out of trouble. Get them next year, Vladdy. Hey, look for some goals tonight in St. Lou. Those save percentages are lower than my brother-in-law's bankroll after a few hours at the craps table. If that Sunday nighter was a boxing match, the ref would have stopped it at halftime. Hey, Jaden Daniels, you got your elbow on backwards.
Oh,
I'm Chet Palmer. Sorry.
why? Why?
Well,
Why did Chet have to take that low blow?
Chet, he's an observant guy. I don't think Chet likes the Commanders.
Well, Chet, I'm friends off. That was a low blow and uncalled for, Chet Palmer. Jaden Daniels got seriously injured.
He did.
And you're making light of it, Chet?
Well, Chet tends to take a bit of a different bent on things sometimes.
You had to say bend.
Because of Matchbox 20?
Because of his arm.
Oh, yeah, I never even thought of that.
It was bent the wrong way.
Were you, by the way, I have won Coop the Corgi in the bet. So congratulations to me.
I left him in your car.
Did you roll the window down?
No.
Oh, jeez.
I'm kidding. We're kidding.
We're kidding. We would not leave a dog alone in the car.
Just having a little fun.
Were you,
that game was awful.
like I kind of been saying the last couple of weeks, I'm like, Jay, I think the Seahawks might actually be good. And I know I'm a fan, but I'm like, okay, let's see which way it goes.
They've got offensive weapons, more than you would think.
Yeah. And I was never a fan of Geno at quarterback. I was like, fine, let's see what Darnold can do.
Darnold looked very good. I mean, what was he, 16 to 16 in the first half for 4 touchdowns?
Yeah, and I think he completed his first one in the second half.
158 passer rating. I mean, that's perfection.
Yeah.
To the T. And, to their credit, the defense played very well. They made a pretty robust Commanders offense look normal.
Yeah.
And then top with that Jaden Daniels gruesome injury.
Now, were you upset he was still in the game, running the ball at that point? How do you feel?
No, because their season's on the line.
Right.
I mean, there was a point there where they, 31-7, they made it 31-14. And, if a couple drives you can put together, you could make a game of that.
Right.
This team can strike, but they just didn't have an answer. So kudos to your Seahawks for laying a whooping on the commies. It was a...
Oh, you dirty commie.
It was a beatdown. I mean, what else do you want me to say? It was a beatdown. I just wish Chet Palmer didn't have to go that route.
Yeah, he's turning the knife.
He's a dirty dog.
He's twisting the blade.
But I do owe you lunch now.
Oh, right. That was the real. Hopefully, people realize betting a dog was not.
That was not actually
not the real bet.
I think the locks on my house would be changed if that were.
Well, or we could just say he's my dog,
living at my house,
but you take care of him, pay for him.
Yeah, we can FaceTime every night,
bathe him. Mm-hmm. Does he get a lot of baths?
Mm-hmm.
Does he like the bath?
He loves them.
Yeah,
he's a low rider, right?
Right,
and we deal with a lot of horse poop around our house. So
he's got a poo belly?
He's got to get cleaned quite often.
He's got to get cleaned, yeah.
The girls love doing it, so whatever.
Yeah, well, that's good.
He's a clean.
Does he rip around after he gets his bath? We had a couple dogs that did that.
He does the shakes. He'll shake it out for a good 10 minutes. Yeah. Because like bathing a dog and then trying to dry a dog, you're never going to get that dog dry. Right. You just can't. There's so much fur.
Yeah.
So he loves a good shake.
All right, let's do our mystery athlete of the game. So we do this every Oilers game day. And this is you, the audience member, trying to win a $25 gift card to Hudson's Canada's Pub. Hudson's Canada's Pub featuring $10 tankers and $6 tequila shots. Or you can grab the $23.99 adult Happy Meal. It features the drive-in burger, fries, choice of beer, and a limited edition hockey puck bottle opener. Book your reservation now at hudsonscanadaspub.com. So over the course of the show, I'm going to give a series of clues. So we'll start with one clue, Mr. Bond, then 2, then 3. And you got to try and guess who it is. First person to do so gets the GC. You must text your guesses to the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999. Maximum 3 guesses per person. And Jay monitors everything. And the first clue today is 40. The first clue today is 40. Okay? If someone gets it off that, we might have to give them 2 GCs. Clue number 1 is 40.
I'll do that. I'll even pay for it myself. If you get it off this clue,
Yeah, we'd give you
You're doubling up.
We'd find something unique for you.
Yeah.
Maybe we'd get Maddie to cough up some merch or actually get him out of his office for once. So that's the first clue, 40 for the Hudson's Canada's Pub mystery athlete of the game. So again, to get your guesses in, you got to text 780-218-9999. River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. River Cree Resort and Casino, home of Tap 25 restaurant, $18.99 prime rib special. That's available 7 days a week, except show nights from 11:30 in the morning to 11 p.m. And you can get it for dine-in and takeout. First clue is 40. All right. So we were wondering what to do here for our off-topic topic, because we usually have some fun participation from you guys. Oh, by the way, you can also reach us, Reid at EdmontonSportsTalk.com, Jay at EdmontonSportsTalk.com. That's good old-fashioned email. And you can post in the nasty chat on YouTube. A lot of people often chatting there, putting in sarcastic guesses that they know are, well, they think are wrong. Who knows? And if you are on YouTube, give us a thumbs up as well.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
Let's get to 100 thumbs. Don't delay. The show ends at 5:30 today, so click, click, click away. We did get, I think we soared past 100 on Friday.
We did.
So let's do it again. Don't fool around for that. So we do our off-topic topic, and it, of course, is presented by William Huff. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service, combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best it can be, is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout, 780-454-4536. What is your worst sports heartbreak? Now, this can be as a participant or an observer, and it does not have to be a lost game per se. I'll give mine. Worst sports heartbreak. Like something I look back on and say, man, oh man, that sucked. That was painful. This would be coming home from school in the fall of 1988 and turning on the TV to watch some of the Seoul Olympics and hearing Brian Williams on CBC talking about a Ben Johnson tragedy. And I was like, what, he died? Like 3 days after winning the gold? And then I hear the dreaded S word. Steroids. That was heartbreaking. Where it's like, what? This can't be. Like, no, test him again. No, it's Carl's fault. Well, it might have been. But you know what I mean? That's something that's always going to sting me. And I know he was doping, and I know other guys were doping. But that was, to me, as like, how old was I? Like a 14-year-old Canadian kid who loved sports. And, by that time you're old enough to understand how Canada is seen in the world, and you love hockey and we work hard, and, we play the right way. Oh, no, we didn't. Not Ben. Wow. There's the great record, the great run, great memory, and now it was just empty. That was pretty heartbreaking.
Well, it turns out nobody was playing by the rules in that race.
Fair enough.
So unfairly pointed out was Ben Johnson, I suppose. But at that time, that's a good one, Reid. Max Pizzozu, like Kobe Bryant passing away, that was
to be a tough one.
That was heartbreaking. I will take you back to November 13th of 2004. This was the 68th playing of the Hardy Cup at Foot Field.
Oh, my.
Where the University of Saskatchewan Huskies beat myself and my Golden Bears teammates 21-20. They scored late in the fourth quarter, and we couldn't march the ball down the field and kick a field goal for the win. Heartbreaking.
No,
that was our year.
Because you played on some good Golden Bears football teams, but was that the only year you guys had home field throughout the playoffs?
That's right.
You were first. Was it 7-1?
7-1.
Yeah,
ranked number 1 in the country. We should have won that game.
Yeah, you were number 1 in the country.
Yes. And then another personal one is the 2012 Washington, where the then Redskins. That was RG3's rookie year,
right?
And he came in. And they went on a second half run. They won 7 games in a row, won the NFC East, and then they played those lowly Seahawks.
The Seahawks, and he tried to scramble.
And he couldn't scramble because his leg was broken.
Right.
And then it broke further. That was heartbreaking because that was
that his rookie year still?
That was his rookie year.
Wow, okay.
For that team, that was like our way out of poverty.
Right.
We stunk that so long up to that he was like a glimmer of hope, and it was never the same after that.
Yeah.
So and it was hard to see him, down on the field, his leg bent backwards, just trying to pick up a ball.
Yeah.
So that was heartbreaking.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting. It was interesting talking about this. I mean, certainly as a sports fan and two guys who follow sports, there's a lot of things where a team or a player you were cheering for. I mean, you said, I'll say this because I'm sure we're going to get submissions. Whether you say, was it you or somebody else that said, wonder how many Ryan Smith trades we're going to get? Mm-hmm. I mean, the Gretzky sale. I mean, these are off. Like yours was on field. And like as a Seahawks fan, I'm sure people are like, well, Reid, what about the interception? You know what? That doesn't bother me. Okay, they tried to execute a play and it didn't work. Like, I'm not going to sit there and say, like, what if all the time. It was like, but the Ben Johnson thing, like, that's a scar where it's like I had faith in this guy. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, I don't, you've heard me talk about the Seahawks thing on and off air. I'm like, okay, yeah, I would have run it. They called the passing play they thought would work. They got beat. Sucks. They were on the one. Sucks. But I'm like, close calls happen all the time. Mm-hmm. But the Ben Johnson thing, it's like, we finally beat those damn Americans at their event, and then like, oh no, we didn't. That's why I mentioned that one.
No, that was a good one. Mark in the park does say, give the damn ball to the beast mode.
Sure.
But in fairness to that, like, I think credit goes to Bill Belichick and that defense more than it does against the play call. They knew that was coming. There's a documentary that's been put out. Like they practiced that play for that specific time of the game. Yeah. So kudos to them. Collingwood Rob, Oilers Game 7 loss to the Hurricanes in 2006.
Sure.
Yeah. That's a healthy one for sure.
Corbin says Ryan Smith retiring. That would be hard. Like it was kind of a celebration of a night, but it would be heartbreaking at the same time knowing you're never going to see him play again. Cleveland losing to the Cubs in the World Series for Ibuski. That would be a crushing one if you're a Cleveland fan.
Mm-hmm. Oilers' last 2 Game 7s were devastating. That comes in from Casino Dealer J. Kevin Kennedy says the 94 Expos when the season was canceled.
That's a good one too.
That is, because that was completely out of their control.
Yeah.
And they were rolling.
Yeah, that would be heartbreaking. I mean, they were the favorite. Mm-hmm. Who knows what would have happened in the postseason, but they were the best team at that time with a month and a half left.
Jen Cool, Oilers 24-25 broke me for weeks. I couldn't stop crying. Still can't watch the Amazon Prime show of that NHL season.
Yeah, that's a good point, right? Like, I was all thinking, okay, when I get home, Saturday night, when I'm thinking, okay, when I get home, hopefully the Blue Jays in 30 will be on. And plus I taped the game. Or I'll zoom to the highlight parts. I didn't do that when I got home Saturday night.
Didn't want to see it.
I was like, okay, they lost. I turned on and I saw some of the post-game reaction and Tim Micallef, who's going to be on the show. I saw some of him stuff chatting with Ken Reid and Ivanka. So I did watch some analysis and saw some highlights in the process, but it wasn't like I sat down at the TV and like fast forward to that at bat and I want to hear it with Schulman's call and pretend I'm seeing it for the first time. It was like, why? I know how it ends. I'm sure Dodgers fans did that. They're
still watching.
They had a few home runs.
The parade was
a double
today.
Play to find. Okay, so send those in. Your worst sports heartbreak, again, as a participant, as an observer, however you want to take this. We're getting pretty good. What did I tell you? People will always give you better stories about the painful moments than the joyous ones, unfortunately. Tim Micallef coming up in about 15 minutes. Here is the Coob with the sports update.
Edmonton is on the road in St. Louis to battle the Blues. Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson preview the game during the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show, live at 5:30 only on EST. And William Nylander's back for the Leafs. They dropped the puck against the Penguins. Nylander missing the past 2 games with a lower body injury. 2 other games on tap. Chicago and Seattle meet at 8, while Nashville plays host to Vancouver at 6:30. Quinn Hughes returning after a 4-game hiatus, sitting out with a lower body injury. NFL action. It's the Cardinals challenging the Cowboys. Catch the game alongside Lieutenant Eric at Selly's Sports Bar and Lounge at Century Casino on Fort Road. Kickoff for that one is at 6:15. And the Eagles have made a trade acquiring Jalen Phillips from the Dolphins in exchange for 2026 third-round pick. Some injury updates. 49ers rookie Micallef Williams tore his ACL late in yesterday's game against the Giants, trying to make a play against Jackson Dart. 9 games on tap in the NBA. It's Lakers taking on the Trailblazers. No Luka Doncic or Austin Reeves for LA. Doncic out with a leg issue that held him out of 3 games last week, while Reeves has groin soreness, set to miss his first game of the season. The Reid Wilkins Show rolls on after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
2 guys and a goalie.
Hire it or fire it that a player, looking at you, Matthew Barzal, should be scratched for being late.
If that's the team rules, that's the team rules. I have zero issue with it.
I'm with Cass. Hire it. It doesn't matter who you are. You set a precedent. It's a horrible look. Then a fourth liner guy does it the next week later and he doesn't play.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We have what you're looking for. GD Liquidators is Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items since 1987. You'll find what you want when you want it. Give us a call, visit us in-store, or check out the monthly auctions at gdliquidators.com. 100% Canadian-owned and operated. We have what you are looking for. GD Liquidators.
Where holiday cheer meets great beer. This season, celebrate at the Canadian Brewhouse. From plated dinners and festive buffets to casual pub-style parties, we've got the perfect space for your crew. Book your holiday party today at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
The temperature may be dropping, but the action's heating up. Play Alberta is offering odds boosts on every Oilers game all season long. This is your chance to score big. And for a limited time only, our listeners get an exclusive $50 free bet when they deposit $50 using EST50. That's code EST50 for an exclusive $50 free bet. Alberta wins with Play Alberta. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense.
Summer was packed with memories.
Wait, let me get a picture.
Your garage doesn't have to be.
Wow, look at all this space.
Store your gear with Sentinel Storage and enjoy extra space all year. Try 4 weeks free. Visit sentinelstorage.ca.
Coob, are we here? Are we back?
Hello.
We're back. He sounded like Jack Armstrong there. Do your Dusty again.
What is happening?
That would have been him in the several times in Game 7 of the World Series. Oilers tonight at St. Louis. 2-game quick trip here for the Oilers at St. Louis tonight at 6:30. At the Dallas Stars tomorrow at 6. Oilers coming in with a record of 6-4-3, just 2-4-1 on the road. The Blues are 3-7-2. Just 1-4-2 on home ice. So something has to give. Tonight, Pickard versus Binnington is your goaltending matchup. So this game, well, I guess there could be some Cowboys or Cardinals fans, but I was going to say this game will be the sole focus tonight. This will be the main focus for Oilers fans tonight. It was not the case on Saturday night, and not just if you were at home, but also if you were in Rogers Place, because as Jay and I were talking about, for the first 2 periods, the Blue Jays game was at the very least being played in a split screen format. There was basically a rectangle in the top left corner with the hockey game and a rectangle in the bottom right corner with the baseball game. And then there was font that said...
It wasn't that way to start, though.
Did it not start right away? Okay.
They would play clips
they played highlights
of major plays.
Because they played the double play
Yes.
and they played Clement scoring.
That's right.
And then they went to the boxes.
And then they went full double box.
Right.
And then come the third period,
nothing. No
when
baseball.
Things are really heating up in the baseball game.
Yeah.
Zilch.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Buying or selling for Damon Bunting, a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community-driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out, DamonBunting.com, Instagram handle, Damon Bunting Real Estate. Well, I would say based on this clip that Connor McDavid was selling on having the Blue Jays game on the scoreboard as he was asked about it after Saturday's game by Derek Van Diest from NHL.com, friend of EST. And then there's a follow-up question DVD has in this clip.
That was really, really strange. Obviously, we're all on the Jays bandwagon, and everybody's wanting them to win, and it was so disappointing, obviously. But strange to have it on during the game. Listening to the crowd was distracting for sure. I'm glad they shut it off there for the third.
When they're showing it, not only showing it, but they're showing it with sound during the TV timeouts as well.
Yeah,
that's
it was bizarre. It was bizarre. It was bizarre. I found myself watching the Jays game, sitting on the bench. Listening to the crowd while I'm on the ice. What just happened. It was very strange. But you know what? Historic moment. Couldn't be more gutted for those guys. Obviously we know what that feels like. It's for it to be the way it happened, just completely gutted for those guys. Been a fun run and been a lot of fun. They've given Canada a lot to cheer about, and they should be very, very proud of themselves.
All right. So I should have been counting. I think he said strange half a dozen times. He also said distracting and bizarre. So I reached out to OEG about this, and they did call me back, not like with a statement, just saying, hey, we decided not to keep airing it for the third period so it wouldn't be distracting to the players. So I'm guessing there would have been behind-the-scenes discussions, probably as the Oilers game was going on, about how it's handled. I didn't mind how they were handling it initially, like you said, showing a highlight shortly after it happened during a stoppage. Probably a lot of people were following on their phones. You could certainly, I would guess, go to the concourse or wherever you were to watch it. If it were me, if I would have been in charge of that arena on Saturday night, and we all know I'm not, I would have said, we are not showing the Blue Jays game on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
People have tickets to the Oilers. Sometimes there are conflicts in life. If they decide not to come because we're not going to show it, so be it. We have their ticket money.
And you still get their beer money on the concourse.
If they come to the game. Right.
Right?
Right.
Now, that was a late game, Reid. So if that game's over, it's done halfway through the game, through the Oilers game.
Well, the World Series game could have realistically ended around 9:15.
Yeah.
And then there's no overlap even with the second period.
Right? So nobody could have, thought this far ahead. Here's the thing I have a problem with, is that they did it. They said, okay, this is really getting interesting. Let's do a dual screen on the Jumbotron.
Right.
And what Connor McDavid's saying, yes, I can imagine that would have been a distraction. Because when something good in the game would happen, the place would erupt.
Yeah.
And as a player, you're like, what are they cheering about?
I just dumped it in.
Yeah, that was just a soft dump in. I mean, what are we talking about here? So I understand what he's saying, but at the same time, to go into the third period and then just go cold turkey on a game that Oilers fans had said, hey, good on you, OEG. You're doing us a solid. You're showing us a little bit of both.
Right.
That was kind of a bit of a weird move. They shouldn't have done it, or if they did it, stick with it and say, well, this is a once in a, maybe not a lifetime, but this is a one-off. This isn't going to happen again. And nor are we going to have the chance to have it happen again. I sent you a screenshot of Devils players on Saturday night not leaving the bench, watching the game from the bench in the intermission, including their head coach.
Yeah.
So I just thought, if you're going to do it, stick with it and live with the consequences. It was distracting anyways to them. So you know what? Okay. I see both sides here.
And it's not as if, it's not like the Super Bowl or to a less extent the Grey Cup in Canada where you can say, okay, we can't go up against it. I guess you could try to guess when game, but you can't schedule it around, and there's only so much you can do with moving game times. But it seems to me, if I were to put some informed speculation out there, I'm wondering if Oilers players or a manager or somebody said, "Okay, enough. Like we can't. We're trying to. We still have a hockey game to win. We still have to like." And I know it's somewhat different, but if you had tickets to a play at the Citadel on Saturday night, then you're accepting you're not going to see the Blue Jays game. Mm-hmm. They're not going to show the Blue Jays game on a screen next to the stage.
Well, and a lot of people were probably watching on their phone in their lap.
Right.
But I can tell you one thing that I know for sure is that lower bowl emptied out in the third period when they weren't showing it on the big screen just so you could watch it. Yeah. This could have been baseball history, Canadian sports history. Of course, anybody that's there is a fan of sports. Yay, sports. They want to watch that. They want to be a part of it. They want to be with their loved ones watching it together, even if they're at an Oilers game.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything that Connor McDavid said is wrong. He's a professional trying to do his job. You have to appreciate that. I think it was mishandled by other people. And especially to double back, snip, snap, snip, snap. What's it going to be? Are we watching the game? Are we not watching the game? To take it off when the game's going to extra innings was just absurd.
Yeah.
Being there.
780-218-9999, River Crew Resort and Casino inbox. Let us know how you feel. Our off-topic topic for William Huff is your worst sports heartbreak. In the next segment, we will have clue number 2 for the Hudson's Canada's Pub Mystery Athlete of the Game. And from Sportsnet, Tim Micallef to talk a little bit about the World Series and the Jays. He was there covering Game 7. Here's the Coop.
The Oilers play the Blues. Robert Thomas returning from an upper body injury for St. Louis. It's Calvin Pickard in between the pipes for Edmonton. Tune into the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson preview the action. That goes live at 5:30 right here on EST. And from Toronto, the Penguins and Leafs drop the puck. William Nylander back in the lineup for Toronto. He's been battling a lower body injury, missing the past 2 games. We also have the Canucks and Predators clashing at 6:30. Vancouver welcomes back Quinn Hughes. He set out the past 4 games with a lower body injury. NFL news, the Eagles have acquired Jalen Phillips from the Dolphins in exchange for a 3rd rounder in next year's draft. And for the Packers, Tucker Kraft has tore his right ACL yesterday against the Panthers. No timeline on his return. Monday Night Football, it's the Cardinals and Cowboys kicking off. Join Lieutenant Eric for the contest at Selly Sports Barn Lounge at Century Casino on Fort Road. Kickoff at 6:15. And there's 9 games in the NBA. Both Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves are being held out of the Lakers lineup against the Trailblazers. Doncic with a leg issue, Reeves with a groin soreness. That game starts at 8 o'clock. The Reid Wilkins Show continues after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The Oil Stream.
What would you grade Evan Bouchard so far?
I think it'd have to be a C-.
Oh, you'd give him a C-.
Not even close to what we know he can do. The production's not there, even though it's getting better.
I'd give him a D.
Okay, yeah, sure.
I'd say
I didn't want to be that harsh.
7 years into your pro career, that type of consistent mistake, night in, night out, is unacceptable.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed for small businesses, because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Join over 5,000 Alberta businesses who have chosen us to help their business grow and succeed. Alberta Blue Cross takes care of you and your employees, so you can take care of your business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
The River Cree Resort and Casino features the best in live entertainment, including international U2 tribute band, Desire, November 14th. Performing decades of U2's greatest hits, it's Desire, November 14th at the River Cree. Tickets for this show and more at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement, bet on it.
It is an Oilers game day. They will play the St. Louis Blues at 6:30, so Jay and I are with you until 5:30. Tom Gazzola takes over then with the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show, and then he's on right after the game for the postgame show as well. We'll have the Oil Understood for GCL Diesel coming up in the 4 o'clock hour of the program. Right now, we're going to go to the Oil Country Towing video hotline. Oil Country Towing, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team. Fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's a game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088. So I mentioned, Saturday night, I went home. I did my hit on the postgame show with Tom. I put on Sportsnet, and I see Ken and Ivanka. Of course, Ken's kind of a regular on this show. And I see this gentleman doing a report from the field. And I was like, well, that's a cool gig. Tim Micallef is checking in from Sportsnet. Tim, it's Reid and Jay. Welcome to the show. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. Thank you very much for having me on.
I got to get your perspective on this first, because I have another guy I know in Toronto, not Ken, and he said, is this true that they put the baseball game on the scoreboard? I said, I texted him, yes. He sent me a clip of the McDavid video. And I was like, dude, I was in the scrum. I know what he said. It's true. And he's like, the person at OEG who made that decision should be fired. And I was like, well, I don't know about that. But what did you think when you heard, man, McDavid and Draisaitl are playing a game and they had baseball on the scoreboard for at least part of the Oilers game?
There's two sides of it. One, I can't believe that they played it during an actual game. But two, like, it struck me as, and maybe you guys can help me out on this, and I've done enough U Sports football over the years to travel this country. I worked for the Hamilton Tiger Cats for 3 years. I know how the rest of Canada feels oftentimes about Toronto, and if you hate us, you should come more often. It's actually pretty nice, and we're not as we are represented. However, when I saw the Saddle Dome stop, when they announced the Springer Dinger in Game 7 against Seattle, and listen, we've watched for years BC overwhelm Seattle with the fans rolling down. But when I was growing up, and I'm 50 now, come after me, I'm a man. What I was shocked most about was that the Saddle Dome literally stopped for a few moments. The players, the coaches all looked up. We heard Sidney Crosby say that he was heartbroken. Like, he's from Nova Scotia. You guys are from Alberta. Connor McDavid's pissed because they're playing it during the, like, I never thought we would have a moment where there was truly Canada's team outside of the Olympics. And what I think we saw was, okay, I get why some Edmontonians would be pissed off. I get why Connor McDavid may be distracted because he's watching a baseball game during his actual pro hockey game that counts for points. But the other thing that just kind of kept just like the undertone for me was I can't believe how many people in Canada gave a bleep about this series, about this game, and about this team.
Yeah, well, really compelling and really pulled a lot of people in, which was pretty cool. I got to start with, before I want to ask you about a couple moments in the series, but I do want to ask you what it was like being at field level Saturday night. You know, there's so much going on. of course, I mean, as reporters, we're like, well, we got to be neutral, but I'm sure you wanted the Blue Jays to win. It's like,
makes for a better story for me. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. What was it like being down there and then just covering the aftermath in those couple hours, and then probably around the time when I saw you doing your hit there?
So usually and I grabbed this for this specific case here. So usually when I go down to cover something, I'll write down a couple notes that I want to make sure that I get across. And as I was sitting waiting for these moments to pass, I ended up with this. And this isn't a couple notes. This is like 450 scribbles about what the key moment of the game was.
Can you put it up again just for our YouTube audience? Yeah, there it is. Okay.
Yeah. So amazing. It kept going and going and going and going. And usually I try and be really concise so I don't get overwhelmed by the moment, and I make sure that I get what you need to get across, especially when you're going on after what felt like a win. But just the emotions of the room, emotions of the building, and the high of when Bo Bichette on one leg hits a home run. I don't know maybe Jose Batista's home run was as loud as that. Hockey games, I haven't heard as loud as that because there's not 45,000 people there. I've been to NFL football games. I've been to Super Bowls. And Super Bowls, you have kind of that mixed audience. So it's not like this was when Bo hit the bomb and everyone's jumping. It was so loud and the energy stayed so high. And as you went into that 8th and 9th inning, you could feel the nervous tension. It was still loud, but you could feel the nervous tension. And then moments of silence, and then the crowd realizing maybe we need to get behind this team and this will help. It was just, I've never seen kind of the ebbs and flows of a crowd, because as you guys know, baseball is unlike any other sport. You can feel like you're winning 1 second and then bang, Miguel Rojas, or bang, someone's foot looks like it's off the base and then it's back on home plate. There were just so many moments in that game where people were and they just didn't know. There was collective gasping going on throughout the building, which I've never really experienced like that before.
In the almost 48 hours since, and a lot of us were texting each other Saturday night, but now all of us here at EST are seeing each other during the day, and it's this moment. For me, and I know even you can go back to Game 6 and talk about some what ifs. And I was saying to Jay in the first segment, for me, though, it's the Clement drive caught by Pages as he body checks his own guy and hangs onto the ball. Is there a moment for you or a managerial decision or a player who didn't quite come through that's going to stick with you? Or oh, man, I thought that was going to be it. How did that not come through for the Jays?
I got a boy who plays somewhat high-level baseball, and the balls of Justin Dean to turn around and just lift his hands with the ball wedged in the wall, confident that he knew the rule and this would come back. And as I'm watching Addison Barger round third base, I'm thinking this has got to be, he just came in, and Pages and him, both defensive replacements. And to me, both of them made ridiculous plays, but they just, I don't know how I would have watched if I was Justin Dean's dad and he's standing like this in center field while the tying run crosses the plate. The World Series wedgie for me, the odds of that happening, the ball getting wedged there. I've walked that field a million times. Actually, me and Kenny Reid once shagged fly balls at a home run competition in that outfield. I've never seen a ball get wedged the way it did. And for Justin Dean, a guy who doesn't play a hell of a lot, to just stand there with his hands up, confident that he knew what the rule was and was going to be called, and then looked at the umpire, saw that he was going to call it, and all of the sliding doors that happen. If he goes to try and pull that out and get it in, Miles Straw scores for sure. And Barger's either on second or third, and that changes the entire game. And just for me, as a guy who, I love baseball, I love the little things, this will kind of haunt me for a long time, Justin Dean knowing the rules.
Tim Micallef of Sportsnet joining us here on the Reid Wilkins Show. look, you've mentioned a couple memories that will definitely stick, but I want to see if there's one that sticks out from the Blue Jays perspective. I mean, the names, the hits, the timely hits, the home runs, the grand slams, rookie pitchers. I mean, this series had it all. But what specific, even though it was a Blue Jays, it wasn't the ultimate goal. But it was sure a hell of an entertaining series. What's the memory that's going to stick out and stay and resonate with Tim Micallef moving forward?
I think, though, that's like slowing down for the world's wisdom to remind us that it is all about the moments. Like, you play to win the game. That is the first and foremost. You're always trying to win. I love Herm Edwards as much as the next man. You play to win the game. But those moments, like Fernando Pisani is remembered where you guys are for a reason. He gave you one of the greatest moments in a city that was called the City of Champions. And they didn't win the championship that year. Edward Encarnacion has a home run. Jose Bautista, I already brought it up. His home run, they didn't win the championship. And all of the Vladdy home run in Game 1 against the Yankees, I thought was massive. And it started an epic October that may lead to Vladdy becoming one of the greatest players of all time. And just alleviating the stress against the Yankees. And a lot of fans, especially in Toronto, who wondered if these guys had it when it mattered most. I think that will stand out in my mind. The epic October from Vladdy and that first home run, and of course the grand slam that he hit was awesome. But I think the Springer dinger, just given the circumstances, a Game 7, when many thought that the series was over after what happened in Seattle and the Jays just kind of clawing it back to Toronto. I think George Springer's home run kind of banged up, and you knew that he wasn't 100% to come through with that swing and have it at home and have it erupt in a Game 7. But Trey is savage at Dodger Stadium. Like, there's Vladdy's pitcher off Ohtani, if you guys remember that one. It's just Vladdy like finishing his swing and Ohtani just looking back like that. There are so many great memories, which is why I love sports, and I think so many people out there love sports, is that it's not, once you get past the emotion, and I get it, and the frustration and the heartbreak of the loss, you do remember Fernando Pisani for a reason, because it felt awesome in the moment. And the Jays, as you just said, Jay, had about 7 different moments that we could all say were crazy, crazy moments. I'll just go with Springer Dinger because it sounds good.
Yeah. Well said. Tim Micallef from Sportsnet joining us on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. I just want to tell you quickly, a lot of people in our chat, happy to see a couple of people joking that they didn't know you had a last name, because a lot of it, for a good chunk of your career, was you and somebody else. Sid, yeah. Just your first name in the title.
My last name, Sid.
I can't remember if you were ever on my old show when I was on another station, but this is great to have you on. Yeah. And one thing I've always respected about you as another broadcaster was, you get to cover these high-level things, but you did university football. You've always seemed very interested and informed on all level of sports. So I got to find out. So Jay Milne, former U of A safety. So what years were you? Could have you possibly called his name? What's the era here?
My era was University Rush with Tim Micallef on the score. Like, we would get ready for a night game in Canada West at Footfield in Edmonton, watching God knows who in the OUA play off against each other, and you'd be the voice of it. And it's so funny, and it's so weird for me to be talking to you now, because that was the voice of at that time, CIS football. Was Tim Micallef and the University Rush out of primary. It was all OUA, was it not?
It was, OUA did the deal with us, but at a time we were trying to get Canada West to sign on to do double headers. And there were a few, I won't name anybody, but there were a few coaches who were very stubborn on when they wanted their games to be played so that they got their gate in the door. But I kid you not, I worked really, really hard to try and get an OUA Canada West doubleheader, probably around your time, and it just never worked out. And there were just a few stubborn people. But I am, where's the football? I am super proud of,
Tim is going to get something off his shelf here.
I went and got, this is Vanier Cup football.
Oh,
and it stays in my basement. I love the fact. people in Canada don't realize how good you guys were, Jay. And I always wanted to make sure that that people got the credit that they deserved. And I have 2 balls. One of them's an OUA ball. One of them's a Vanier Cup ball. And I have an inscription. I won't go get it. It says, "Special players make special plays and special days." And that was kind of what I went with at that time. And it's still near and dear to my heart. I love doing those games because those guys, one, were better than anyone gave them credit for, and two, it was so much easier covering Canadian university sports than it is the pros because the people actually wanted to be on the broadcast, right? So that was a huge part of it, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it always stays near and dear. I've been to Super Bowls, I've been to World Series. I was at Game 7 of the World Series, and still this is pretty cool.
Tim, it was pretty cool to have you on the show. Thanks for putting up with our mutual acquaintance, Ken Reid, as well, who helped connect us today. So I'll have to send him a thank you. But we really appreciate your time. Great perspective on the World Series and good memories of U Sports football. Now, the thing is, you were so good, we're going to have to bug you again someday. So I hope that's all right.
Yeah, anytime, boys. I appreciate you having me on.
Right on. Take care.
Anytime I can say Fernando Pisani, it's fun.
Yeah, there it is. Awesome stuff.
Fernando.
That's awesome.
That was awesome.
Tim Micallef from Sportsnet on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. I mean, you gotta, like I said, he was there, right? And we wanted to get, and we've had other people covering the Blue Jays on, but like, he was right there, and I love the way how he told us about the energy or anxiety in the stadium, and then the fans realizing, like, oh man, like we're not on the verge of celebrating a championship anymore. We got to try to fire them up so we can get back there again. He was great perspective. He loved U Sports football.
He was the voice of it.
Too bad he didn't get to call one of your games.
Yeah, he was the voice of it, and I can imagine who it was that would be ranting and raving about wanting their gate. And I don't think it was from this province. Maybe one of the East.
I will say this, meandering. You should never let coaches make marketing decisions.
Yeah, it's not going to work out.
Yeah. Or just, hey, coach, we can do this and get on TV. No, we're not. I don't want to start the game then.
Right.
No.
You don't have a choice.
Throws our schedule off.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. No, you can't give the coaches choices. You got to tell them what's going on. Yeah, that was awesome to have Tim on the show on the Oil Country Towing video hotline as we dissect, for some of you, lament the Blue Jays loss in Game 7. He made a great point about the, what was it, Justin Dean, the lodged ball. Because what are you taught as a player? Just keep playing.
Yeah.
He could have thought, I got to get that ball. I'll let the umps make the ruling. I mean, if
finish the play.
Like if a guy was running to the end zone when you were a safety, like if you saw the ball skip and he caught it and he gets up and runs, but there's no whistle,
go.
You got to tackle him.
Hard to sometimes.
You can't sit there and say, "Oh no, I saw it bounce. I saw it bounce," because I imagine there wasn't video review in U Sports. Like you can't sit there and be like, "No, like that was gutsy that he did that."
That's a good point. But if you do stand up and say, "No, that bounced," and the ref, like, they know that you've totally abandoned the play because something wrong, an injustice has happened. Well, they might have to take that into consideration when they're talking about it. But the ball's on them to just both stop and assume that they were going to get the lodged ball ruling.
Yeah. Because if he would have, now I'd have to go back and watch it, but if he bends down immediately and picks it up, no problem, the umps would probably say, well, how's it a lodged ball if you just got and picked it up in one motion, right? Like, who knows? Well, we'll never know.
Somebody that knew the rules, yes.
Yeah. Anyway, that was awesome to have Tim Micallef from Sportsnet on the show. We're going to dive into the Oil Understood and Jay's Play of the Day coming up in the next hour. Should I do clue number 2?
I think you must.
Tool number clue. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Clue number 2 in the Hudson's Canada's Pub Mystery Athlete of the Game. You must text your guesses in, 780-218-9999. The River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, River Cree Resort and Casino, home of the Kitchen Restaurant. Sundays and Mondays, 50% off the entire menu. Available Sundays and Mondays, 5 p.m. until close. Today is Monday. Clue number 2 is 95. So clue number 1 was 40. Clue number 2 is 95. I have more clues if needed. We'll see where it goes.
You ever heard of John and Matthew Baines?
No.
We're going to talk about them after this. After the
Should
break.
I know them?
Well, you've seen them, but I don't think you know them.
I've seen them, but you don't think I know them. All right. And we got your play of the day coming up?
Yes, sir.
Here comes the 4 o'clock break.
The Lock Shop.
The ride that they took us through on this playoffs was incredible. But let's face it, I haven't even been able to go back through everything that happened in Game 6 and Game 7. You've kind of done it thinking about one particular play or one thing that went wrong. And that, I think, is the most crushing loss I think I've ever seen.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation. With options for every style and budget, open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit ParamountFlooring.ca today.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems. But did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Wholesat, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at GCLDiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
Get ready for a feast like no other. 40-ounce steak night is back this November at the Canadian Brewhouse. Sink your teeth into a hand-cut 40-ounce ribeye with all the fixins for just $49.99. Tickets available now in-store or at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Hi, Dennis from Weiss Johnson here, and we're excited to be partnering up with the Nielsen Show and have a special deal exclusive for Nielsen Show listeners. Get 10% off any new Trane furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump installation from now until the end of October. Bundle a furnace with an AC or heat pump and get 25% off the package price. Get your home comfort now for all seasons with Weiss Johnson and Trane. Trane, it's hard to stop a train. Visit WJSportsTalk.com today.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
The Oilers and Blues face off from St. Louis. Blues on a cold streak, losing their past 7 games, with Robert Thomas returning to the lineup from an upper body injury. Join Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson. They set the table for the game during the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show that airs at 5:30 right here on EST. Around the league, the Canucks and Predators battle. Pittsburgh visits Toronto while the Blackhawks and Kraken duke it out. Meanwhile, the Eagles have made a trade acquiring Jalen Phillips from the Dolphins in exchange for a third-rounder in 2026. Other NFL news, Joel Alt of the Chargers will undergo season-ending ankle surgery to repair an ankle sprain he suffered yesterday against the Titans. Plus, San Fran's Michael Williams has torn his ACL and will miss the remainder of the season. On the field, Dallas plays host to Arizona. Swing by Sally Sports Bar and Lounge at Century Casino on Fort Road to join Lieutenant Eric for 6:15 kickoff. There's 9 games in the association. Mavericks and Rockets dance at 6 o'clock. The Clippers face the Heat at 8:30 while Utah battles Boston at 5:30. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your Sports Update. Hour 2 of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
You know who's down the hallway? It's Tom Gazzola.
I think I hear him coming now.
Tom Gazzola is going to be on this very station.
Right here.
Edmonton Sports Talk at 5:30 with the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show to get you ready for the Oilers And the Blues are struggling at 3-7-2. Oilers up to 6-4-3.
Struggling.
That was Joe Namath. Tuesday he tried to kiss
Susie Colbert. Was it Susie?
Yeah,
Colbert?
not one of his greatest moments.
Struggling.
She handled it well. It was just like, well, thank you, Joe, but I think I got a question. Robert Thomas is back for the Blues. Dylan Holloway is on their third line left wing. Their top pairing is Broberg and Parayko. Their leading scorer is Jordan Kyrou with 8 points in 12 games. The Oilers' leading scorer is Connor McDavid with 17 points in 13 games. Draisaitl has 16 in 13 as the Oilers have a little 2-game trip here. St. Louis today and Dallas tomorrow. So tomorrow we're going to be on from 4 to 5, and then the pregame show is from 5 to 6 with Tom. Got a couple of abbreviated programs.
Mm-hmm.
Catch up
We'll be
on
on
some
from
sleep.
3 to 5.
Yeah, what did I say?
4 to 5.
Jeez, I'm dumb. Well, maybe I'm only going to do 4 to 5.
Maybe you will.
I'm going to take the option.
I don't know. 6-7 hours of work.
6. Oh, did you just do the 6-7? Oh, my goodness. What did you want to do? Oh, off-topic topic for William Huff. Your worst sports heartbreak.
Big Uke, as a viewer watching Detroit best Pittsburgh in the Stanley Cup final in 08, he's still not over that. As a participant, his final year of midget hockey at provincials in Trochu/Three Hills, it was his first time being in the provincials. He lost in the semis to the dreaded team from Provost. He knew that was his last minor hockey game, crushing. Shawnsy say the 2006 Cup loss was worse than the last two. Jason and Leduc, I was 11 when Gretzky got traded. Never have been more sad and disappointed at sports. Now I'm just disappointed with how much money is in pro sports while the cost of living is kicking my ass.
I just saw a little graph that what the Dodgers will pay in luxury tax is more than I think 12 or 13 MLB teams had in payroll.
Cheaper.
Now, the Blue Jays were over the luxury tax threshold as well. It's not a fair league, everybody.
Pineapple Prophet, Steve Smith off of Grant Fuhrer into the net. 1986, a dynasty ender.
Well, 5-7 was still pretty good, though. But yeah, that was a tough moment.
Chet Palmer's brother-in-law has chimed in.
Oh, really?
He said he's sober and hasn't gambled since Friday. So the Jays loss didn't cost him anything.
Oh, wow.
And he also chimed in that Tim is so cool.
Oh, good. Yeah, very, very good. All right. Well, speaking of making a wager or two.
It's Jay. It's play. He's Jay. It's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
Presented by Play Alberta. Gaming made easy anytime, anywhere. With Play Alberta, you have a full casino experience right at your fingertips. Play from your phone, tablet, or computer whenever works for you. Download the Play Alberta app today and get started with a $50 casino bonus. Just deposit $50 with promo code EST Casino. Play smart, play local, and remember to use your game sense. The code words, not the code words, the promo codes are the same as October Reloaded, but you can only use them once a month.
Yep.
But yeah, it's still the same codes from last month, so that's pretty cool. Play of the day.
Going to the Monday Nighter. Dallas Cowboys to win by 4 or more points. The spread is -3.5, so it's not. I didn't move the line at all. They just need to win by 4 or more points. Look, Jacoby Brissett is playing quarterback for the Cardinals.
Who?
Jacoby Brissett.
I have heard of him, but yes, I don't.
That is all. I'm not going to say anything else, but Jacoby Brissett is starting at quarterback. Jay's play of the day, Dallas Cowboys to win by 4 or more points. That has been boosted in Dallas, by the way. It is Dallas at home to +108. You can find that at playalberta.ca. Click on sports, click on EST specials, and you'll see Jay's play of the day. And always remember to use your game sense.
Okay, now, Brissett, was he a Patriot?
He's been around.
Was he a Cowboy as well?
No, I don't think
I'm thinking of somebody else.
I think he was Patriots, Colts.
Was he a Brown?
Probably. I mean, who hasn't been a Brown?
Most quarterbacks have played for the Browns.
If that's caliber of quarterback, he's probably been a Brown.
Okay. Yeah, they should win by 4 or more, eh?
They should dominate. I mean, they've got I don't know. They've got a top 5 receiving core. The way George Pickens has been playing,
right?
I mean, CeeDee Lamb's going.
George Pickens has the least wide receiver sounding name ever.
Really?
He's got like a kicker. He's got a punter's name.
Sounds like he's picking it out of the air.
George Pickens.
There's
to
George
punt.
picking it out of the air.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
All right, and of course, we are in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Win big this football season at the Canadian Brewhouse. Score your shot at a trip to the Super Bowl, weekly prizes, and more, plus $1 off Budweiser and Bud Light tankards. Details at thecanadianbrewhouse.com. If you are taking us in on YouTube this afternoon, remember to get in there and give us a thumbs up. We need 40 more to get to 100. No need to wait. We got an abbreviated show, so click away. You may be taking us in on iHeartRadio or TuneIn Radio. We appreciate that as well. If you got a second, hop over to YouTube and give us a thumbs up. I noticed, like when I go on iHeart, it says this station is in my library. So I don't know if you have to add it to your library or just if you listen often enough, it's in your library. But if you put in Edmonton Sports Talk on those apps, it'll come up as a favorite or a previous listen every time you go in there. If you're taking us in on a podcast, thank you for doing that as well, however far in the future you are.
Hello, future.
Hello, future people. And what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, subscribe to now for the podcast, I think you got to do each individual show. So you got to do Reid Wilkins Show, Nielsen Show, Lock Shop, EST Afternoons, Oil Stream, all the Hangout, all that kind of stuff. But help us build here and subscribe on YouTube as well. We're over 13,300, which is pretty cool.
Very cool. Have you heard of John and Matthew Baines?
I have not. I'm trying to think because you told me. Okay, let me see if I can try and figure something out. You've told me that I have seen them.
Mm-hmm.
But
you've seen John.
But you didn't seem surprised that I didn't know the name.
You saw John on the broadcast on Saturday night.
Are they the ball boys down each foul line?
Good guess. No.
Good guess. Okay. Oh, were they the guys that came out and were tamping the mound down?
Oh, great
was
guess.
it Schnell that I saw? This is the thing I was watching without audio, so I didn't even go back and watch that. Was there a hole in the mound?
Yeah, I think it was.
So they're
dugout.
not on the grounds crew.
They had to come out and tamp it. No, that wasn't them.
All right. So what are their names again?
So John Baines, Reid.
Okay. So you've identified. I'll take another stab at it.
Okay.
We've identified that they are something to do with the Blue Jays game.
Oh yeah, big part.
Were they? Okay, I'll take a weird.
This is something you would classify, Reid, as unbelievable.
Were they? Oh,
I'm not. I'm
Were
serious.
Were they the camera operators for Sportsnet video shooting the home runs? The director and his son were both on the broad. I don't know.
They weren't. Good guess.
Okay,
all great guesses. But this would be something I would throw in the category of unbelievable. Now that I know what I know, we can't.
Because we believe it.
Because it happened.
I still don't know.
John Baines. You remember Miguel Rojas hitting top of the ninth home run?
Sadly, I do.
We all do. We all watched it and all faces. But then just a little glimmer of excitement that the fella that caught that home run, that's John Baines.
Okay.
What did he do with that ball?
I believe he quickly thought about it and then threw it back.
He thought about it, threw it back.
Right.
What did he really do with that ball, Reid? He had a spare ball in his pocket. He did the bait and switch with the baseballs.
Like some kind of
he's on record saying that he figured that this might happen tonight because it's a historical night.
What?
And he could have caught a home run.
I gotta look.
He had a ball in his pocket that he swapped out, kept the Rojas ball, and threw little league ball onto the field. John Baines.
I didn't even notice. I know he caught it, and at first he lets out a little like, holy crap, I caught a home run ball. Because he caught it quite cleanly, from what I remember. And then he kind of was like, oh crap, this is not good for the Blue Jays. And then I just thought he took it out of his glove and threw it back on the field.
And it was not a nice throw. Like it looked like this guy has never thrown a ball in his life. But he did. He threw it back into play, but he swapped the ball, folks. He still has the Miguel Rojas home run ball. Now, if you didn't think that was
I got to watch this
crazy enough.
I'll mute my computer here.
If you didn't think that was crazy enough.
So this is the guy that reached over the railing.
Yeah, he caught it cleanly.
Then they cut to Rojas. Well, this is the Fox broadcast. Okay, they're not showing it.
They might.
By the way, Rojas had not hit a homer off a right-handed pitcher all year.
Sure do.
Oh my God! Like the number 9. Anyway, I'm not. We've making everybody relive the pain.
So, anyway,
okay,
he threw it back onto the field.
Okay.
Well, what happened in the top of the 11th? Will Smith, home run.
Okay.
Right? This ball was a sky ball, a moon ball. Bounced into the Blue Jays bullpen. And where did it bounce up to?
Did this guy get 2 balls?
His son, sitting beside him, caught the other home run ball.
Oh, yeah, he did reach into his pocket and then pretend he was...
Yes.
He should not be a magician.
No. John Baines...
Penn and Teller would be like, okay, first of all...
The dad caught the Rojas home run. The son caught the Will Smith home run. What are the odds of that? Like, do you now understand why I would consider this to be unbelievable?
Right. It's something that if someone told you that it happened, you'd be like, you're making that up.
You're making it up.
Like, hey, father and son caught... Like, no, they didn't. Same game. Like, if you were like in the same season of father and son, you might be like, okay, maybe.
I still can't believe that happened.
But he did switch it.
He totally switched
Why would he switch it?
Because, you know what, Reid? If he was to throw that ball back, that's like throwing away $1 million.
But nobody in Toronto is going to want that.
There will be somebody that will. And that Will Smith home run? Are you kidding me? A Game 7 winning home run? There will be sports collectors that would give a lot of money for those baseballs, especially both of them.
So the son...
They got both of them, Reid.
Oh, yeah, they have both of them because he didn't actually throw it back. So, yeah, he reaches into his pocket. Why would he do that?
What do you mean, why would he do that? That's the ultimate, like, slow clap for John Baines for duping everyone.
But it's just weird that he would have another ball with him.
It is weird.
And the way he tried to make it look like he's getting... Now that I see it again.
Right. Now that you know and you watch the video, you're like, okay.
Yeah. Like,
he totally duped but kudos
hey,
to him.
Hey, Jay, look, I'm taking my finger off, or however the people do it.
Kudos to him for doing
crazy.
That. I mean, seriously. That was the ultimate move.
I don't even know what to say about that.
And then his son catches the game-winning home run ball. What is happening?
So they haven't said if they're going to give it back to the Dodgers?
They haven't said what they're going to do, but he was quoted, this is from NBC Los Angeles, saying that $1 million for the Rojas ball and $1.5 million for the Smith ball.
That's what they're asking for, or that's the expected value?
He joked about it, saying it, but they're selling them.
He should have started higher. Like if you think you're gonna sell them, there's a picture of them.
Yeah, and I kind of like this story from NBCLosAngeles.com. He says Baines joked that he'd consider offers before that happens, and before the MLB contacts him, because those are probably should be in Cooperstown. $1 million for the Rojas ball, $1.5 million for the Smith ball. But deep down, he knows the true value isn't monetary, but the memories he just shared with his son. I don't know about that.
Okay, let's watch this video,
buddy.
Nice catch, and at first he starts to almost celebrate, and he's like, "Wait a minute, I like the Jays." So look at this lady. She says, "Throw it back," and then this other dude comes down from a few rows higher, and he's pointing to the field like, "Throw it back, man." And then terrible,
and then he
terrible throwback. Okay, so now there he is. He's got it. He turns sideways.
He does it right there, I think.
And then there's the pocket. There he's in the pocket. And then he tries to awkwardly act like he's taking the ball out of the glove.
It's impressive.
And he throws the wrong ball back. That's a story for so many reasons. I did not know that he switched the ball. I did not know that he switched the ball. I guess Dusty went off on him this morning. I missed that. I missed that part of the show.
Well, I thought it was to bring a ball with you in the off chance that you catch one, is diabolical. You're a different cat. You think different than most people.
Yeah,
you're playing chess. People are playing checkers. So that's one thing. Then in the middle, all eyes in the stadium are on you, and you do the worst ball switch ever.
Yeah,
but you still get away with it, and you probably get away with it because the throwback onto the field was so bad that everybody's laughing at your throw, not thinking that you switched the ball. And then to have your son catch the Will Smith home run. That's incredible.
Well, that is remarkable. I admire the poise of the woman behind him. Like she was, as soon as he turned around, she was just like, throw it back. Like she wasn't yelling. She just was like, throw it back. Now, here's another thing. Aren't they above the bullpens?
Yes.
Why not wait till Yamamoto's warming up? Fire that ball at him. Sorry, that's mean, everybody. I'm a mean man.
That's dark. Bowen says in the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, they are asking $2.5 million for both balls. So yes,
not enough.
Still what he said.
Not enough.
Shawnzy adds, wild stat about Will Smith. He's been on 6 straight World Series championship teams. He is the bizarro world.
Because and he wasn't on the Rangers. So who else would have he been on?
Oh, he said he's the bizarro world Corey Perry.
Will Smith, of course, when I type that in, somebody else comes up. So he was on.
Get your name out my mouth.
That was so surreal. Where's his season stuff here?
Guys named Will Smith have had a couple years.
He's only been on the Dodgers. What am I missing here? He hasn't won 6 straight World Series. What am I misunderstanding?
I don't know. I just read it.
Will Smith.
It's a pretty common name.
Oh, it's different Will Smiths. I think that's what it is.
So not that Will Smith.
I think there's been a Will Smith on 6.
We've discovered this.
Right,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think we talked about this last year. Right, I forgot about that. Yeah, this Will Smith has only played for the Dodgers. I think there's been someone named Will Smith. Is that right, Coop?
Yeah. Not the same guy, Yeg Welder guy, different Will Smith.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
And the other one is a reliever, says Thunder Dan.
Right. Okay. Okay, here's the Major League Baseball article.
I saw a graphic saying Will Smith has won the World Series 6 years in a row, but it's Will Smith, not that Will Smith. That is a pretty common name. Will Smith?
Right. The pitcher, Will Smith, won the World Series in 21, 22, and 23. Braves, Astros, Rangers. And then this Will Smith, because the Dodgers won in 20, so he got it in 2024. So it's 2 guys who've never been teammates, always wind up on the winning team.
Still, it's Will Smith.
Want to do a limerick?
We shall.
Bronco Nick. Did the Broncos won again, eh?
They're really
good.
Bo Nick's running.
The Blue Jays came close to winning. A family of ball shysters are grinning. Are they real? I wouldn't deal. These guys look like they are scheming. No, scheming doesn't quite rhyme with winning and grinning.
Could have said these guys...
Skimming.
These guys look like they're skimming.
It's JD Martinez.
JD Martinez
might know a little bit about shady dealing himself.
He probably does.
He gave me the words of the day on Friday after you left.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I think.
Did you get him?
I think I got 3 out of 4.
JD Martinez left quite a mess in the bathroom.
The JD stands for just dump. All right, 780-218-9999 is how you text us. Clue number 3, River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Clue number 3 in the Hudson's Canada's Pub mystery athlete of the game is cycle. So the clues are 40, 95, and cycle is the third clue. Maximum 3 guesses per person. You must text the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, 780-218-9999. The oil understood for GCL Diesel. Coming up, I'm also going to tell you why I want Yankees fans to shut up already.
Edmonton hits the ice in St. Louis to battle the Blues. Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson preview the action during the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. That goes live at 5:30 right here on EST. And William Nylander is back for the Leafs. They dropped the puck against Sidney Crosby and the Penguins. Nylander missing the past 2 games with a lower body injury. And two other games are on tap. Chicago and Seattle meet at 8 o'clock, while Nashville plays host to Vancouver at 6:30. Quinn Hughes returning after a 4-game hiatus, sitting out for the past 4 games with a lower body injury. NFL action, the Cardinals challenge the Cowboys. Catch the action alongside Lieutenant Eric down at Sally's Sports Bar and Lounge at Century Casino on Fort Road. Kickoff for that one is at 6:15. Injury updates. Tucker Kraft of the Packers is out with a torn ACL he sustained yesterday against Carolina, while 49ers rookie Micallef Williams tore his ACL late in yesterday's game, trying to make a play against Jackson Dart of the Giants. 9 games in the NBA today. Lakers taking on the Trailblazers. Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves out for LA. Doncic with a leg issue that held him out of 3 games last week, while Reeves is suffering from groin soreness. He's set to miss the first game of the season. This sports update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. Looking for quality flooring? Visit Paramount Flooring's spacious, family-friendly showroom that's open 7 days a week. Save now on pet-friendly shock carpet with spill-proof technology. Call 780-483-1991 and mention EST for a 10% discount. The Reid Wilkins Show continues after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Darren Drager talking to guys that know Bouchard's game very, very well, have some history with him. He lacks in confidence. And what I mean by that is, rather than go, okay, well, that was a stupid mistake, I'm not doing that again, his confidence erodes to a point where it almost seems, it looks like he's giving up. That's probably not the case, but he also doesn't seem to have, in the moment, that intestinal fortitude to go, well, I'm not doing that again.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings, 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
The River Cree Resort and Casino features the best in live entertainment, including international U2 tribute band, Desire, November 14th. Performing decades of U2's greatest hits, it's Desire, November 14th at the River Cree. Tickets for this show and more at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement, bet on it.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
Okay, thanks for joining us this afternoon. Couple hours away from the start of the Oilers game as they're taking on the St. Louis Blues. So Jay and I are with you until 5:30. Then Tom Gazzola will take over for the GCL Diesel pregame show. Oilers, 2-0-2 in their last 4 games, so they have been able to bank some points. They will go with McDavid, Nugent-Hopkins, and Mangiapane, Draisaitl with Podkolzin and Roslovic, Henrique between Savoy and Frederick, Philp centering Howard and Lazar. Defensively, Ekholm with Bouchard, Nurse with Wallman, Kulak with Emberson, Calvin Pickard will be the goaltender. For the Blues, Thomas is back after missing 4 games with an injury between Buchnevich and Snuggerud. Suter between Shen and Kyrou, Dvorsky with Holloway and Sundqvist, Bjugstad with Toropchenko and Joseph, Broberg and Parayko on the blue line, Fowler and Falk, and Tucker and Kessel with Binnington in net, who's having a tough year, 2-4-2, 3.21 goals against average, .860 save percentage. Calvin Pickard's numbers for the Oilers, well, he's 2-1-1, 3.50 goals against average, 846 save percentage. I think for Pickard, largely a big ding because of that Canadiens game when he gave up 5 goals, but I thought he played pretty well and did get the win. So I think maybe his save percentage might be a little misleading in terms of when you compare it to how he has actually played. I thought just quickly on Saturday. Now, again, admittedly, my attention was divided. I thought they played okay. I thought they were the better team for about 29 minutes, and then about 9 minutes into the second, Chicago got the power play goal to get going. I thought Chicago probably a little bit better after that. I thought Skinner made some good saves. I thought he, quietly had a strong game, did stop a breakaway, and then, overtime, the Oilers are good.
Yeah.
I know they haven't been as good in overtime so far this year as in other years. But what do you think of Bouchard scoring 2 days after getting roasted for his play against the Rangers?
That's the ebbs and flow of Evan Bouchard.
Just living with Bouch. Just life with Bouch.
Life with Bouch. Good, bad, great. Not bad, bad. Good, great, bad. Good, better. Really, it should come to no surprise that happens.
Right.
But, hey, he got a goal, a timely goal, right? So he is capable of really great things. It's just his floor and ceiling are worlds apart.
Yeah, he didn't have any horrible giveaways that I can think of. Well, I think he might have been involved in the play that led to the shorthanded breakaway. McDavid kind of stood up for him after the game, which is what you expect. Good for the captain. And the Oilers still didn't seem overly thrilled with how they played. They seemed to think, okay, it was better than the game against the Rangers, but they're still not where they want to be. Yeah, McDavid said that about the emotion, which I'm glad he did, because you and I have talked about that. Of course, maybe you can't be as passionate as a playoff game in late October and now early November, but as we've been saying, there are a lot of nights where the minimum passion required to win a regular season game hasn't even. So I'm not saying, well, it's excusable because they noticed it, but I'm also glad they're acknowledging it.
Yes.
It's not like David's saying, "Oh, well, you see how much fire we're playing with? Look at us go." It's no, they're not doing that well.
The first steps to realizing things sometimes is admitting it, right?
Right.
Admitting it publicly, admitting it as your captain, as the captain of the Edmonton Oilers, vocalizing what everybody is thinking, while sometimes carries a lot more weight, right?
Yeah. Chris Knobloch, head coach today after the morning skate, commenting on the Oilers' season so far.
Well, the highlight would be our special teams. I think our special teams have been very solid for us, and as long as you're getting good goaltending, special teams are good. 5-on-5 play, should come around. But, we've been talking a lot about playing faster, more predictable, and I think we've been doing that. But we can also defend a little bit harder, and that's closing on loose pucks a little bit quicker and getting above their checks. Just stuff like that, where I think we're just early on. I thought we did playing well in those areas, but last couple games, I think we've taken a step back.
All right, so sure, things to work on, no doubt about that. One thing that's interesting here, Jay, is the 5-on-5 play, which maybe hasn't been great at times. Well, it hasn't been great, not a maybe. And I've talked a lot about, even though they have some really good offensive players on this team, and they're going to get Hyman back. I think he said another week or two for Hyman today. I've still wondered, is there enough scoring on this team? And we have seen some games, not every game, but some games in which they've got shots, but they're just not going in. The 5-on-5 shooting percentage for the Edmonton Oilers is 7.7%. That's in a three-way tie for 26th. So Edmonton, Dallas, LA. Worst in the league is Minnesota. They're shockingly bad at 6.5%. The Rangers are second worst. They're 7.2. Calgary 7.3. Florida 7.6. And then Edmonton, Dallas, and LA are 7.7. So Minnesota really bad at 6.5. So, I mean, there are signs here, if you believe in things leveling out a little bit, or perhaps the Oilers scoring more than they have been. Knobloch was asked about the shooting percentage today.
Yeah, I would think there'd be a little bit of a correction, but typically the Edmonton Oilers shooting percentage has been lower. The expected goals has been typically under what has been as expected. So I think there'd be some kind of regression, more pucks in the net. But, I think the biggest concern for us and what we're focusing on now is just playing a good 5-on-5 game. That's all 200 feet around the ice. And, I just think some nights we're good in the offensive zone, other nights defensive zone. We just need to try and put it all together.
He mentioned expected goals. Tom Gazzola must be losing his mind.
Don't bring that around here.
So what did you think? Let's play. I just want to play the start of that again.
Yeah, I would think there'd be a little bit of a correction, but typically the Edmonton Oilers shooting percentage has been lower. The expected goals has been typically under what has been as expected. So I think there'd be some kind of regression.
It's interesting. So last season, the Oilers' 5-on-5 shooting percentage was 8%, 27th in the NHL. Oh, that's where they are right now.
Right.
So he was kind of asked, all right, is there going to be maybe a bit of a correction so you're more towards the middle? And he was kind of like, well, I don't know. We generally don't have a good shooting percentage.
Well, at least he understands his team, right?
Right.
But, I mean, that's 5-on-5, right?
That's just 5-on-5.
So, I mean, you look at this team's power play, which has been
what are they
off the charts.
33%?
33.3%, first in the NHL. That's what's carrying the team. If you're not getting it done, which, maybe they'll show improvements for that, at least your power play's going. And that's probably carrying them and propelling them to some victories.
Oilers power play, first in the league, 33.3. PK, right in the middle, 80.6%. That's 15th. They did give up a power play go to Chicago. Blues, pretty decent power play, 11th, 23.5. They do not have a good PK, 69.7%. That is 27th in the NHL, so it should be the Oilers' advantage on special teams tonight. I asked Knobloch after the game, too, about, the information says you got to move the goalie to take a shot, but I also said you probably hear the groans in the arena when a player passes up a shot from a good shooting percentage position, and he said, he says you got to trust the player to do what he thinks in the situation. I don't know if you remember this play or how many people will because of the baseball being distracting, but Draisaitl had the puck between the hash marks and he passed off to Podkolzin.
Yes.
And Podkolzin shot it from where Leon would usually like to shoot it. But in that situation, I just wish Leon would rip it on net.
Yeah.
He would just do the Leon thing where it's like, hey, goalie, I'm better at my job than you are at yours. I'm going to shoot.
I do remember that, and I do remember what came after. Oh.
Right.
Shoot the puck. But look, I mean, that's going to happen with this very talented players. They're going to try and get that no-brainer.
Yeah.
Right? Do you think Roslovic is gonna how long does he stay on this first unit power play?
Till Hyman's back.
Yeah,
that's he's not taking that job. It might be interesting to see, again, assuming everybody's healthy, it might be interesting to see what they do with the lines. Otherwise, Roslovic has looked like a totally different player the last 4 or 5 games. I guess ever since the Vancouver game, he's scored, and then in every game since then, he's had some sort of an individual rush.
Yep.
Where I've thought, oh man, look at those one-on-one skills. Like he's looked almost like McDavid swooping in on goal.
Wouldn't you say that second line has been their best line, at least over the last handful of games?
They've been pretty good. Yeah, they've
been around it.
Yeah. And I like Podkolzin a lot as a player. I just wonder if his style is better suited to a third line. Like, okay, so if Hyman's back, who do you bump down? You bump Mangiapane down? Because if Roslovic keeps producing, he's there short term. I don't know if Roslovic's going to be there long term. Then again, they did kind of want him as a top 6 player. Or do you bump Nuge down to play center and put Hyman up there? That's another option. You could go Hyman, McDavid, Mangiapane, leave Draisaitl, Podkolzin, and Roslovic together, and then put Nugent Hopkins with Savoy and Frederick.
Yeah, I mean, injecting a player like Zach Hyman, a third of the way or whatever, it's going to be a quarter of the way, through the season. Whatever it pans out to be is not a bad problem to have.
Right.
And it gives other people, other players, a chance to prove themselves and say, hey, don't forget about me when this player comes back.
Right.
It will be interesting, but I could see that move, what you just proposed, of putting the Nuge back into his normal center position but in a third line role.
Yeah. Because I would think if they just go winger for winger, you'd put Hyman in for Podkolzin, and Podkolzin would move Savoy down, perhaps. Depending, I mean, he's kind of now. Again, the lines are going to change, but there's been some stability with the lines now, where I think he's sort of thought, okay, people are finding their spots, and he's tinkering a lot less.
Well, how many games is this now where they haven't changed that top line? Is this tonight the 4th?
This would be 3 or 4 for sure. Yeah.
Well, that's good. I think the more continuity you have, the better off it is for everyone.
Roslovic also commenting today on being on that power play.
It's cool to see their process, be a part of their process, try to find the open spots for them. So it's one of those things where you just keep on continuously learning, what to do, where to be. It's such an important part of the game that it's fun to get the opportunity to be there.
Well, I'm sure he liked that, occupying the front of the net and having McDavid put one right on his stick last game. I mean, you got to be there, but it's also nice that someone can thread that pass coming through. Game tonight at 6:30, Oilers against the St. Louis Blues. We'll keep teeing that up. We're going to have Fired Up for Jemco. We're going to have our words of the day for the Edmonton Public Library. Here comes the Coop.
The Oilers play the Blues in St. Louis. Robert Thomas back from an upper body injury for the Blues. Calvin Pickard in between the pipes for Edmonton. Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson preview the action during the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. Coverage starts at 5:30 right here on EST in Winnipeg. Adam Lowry is set to make his season debut tomorrow against the Kings. He underwent hip surgery in the offseason, being out since May. And from Toronto, the Penguins and Leafs drop the puck tonight, while the Canucks and Preds clash at 6:30. NFL news, the Eagles have acquired Jalen Phillips from the Dolphins in exchange for a third-rounder in next year's draft. For the Packers, Tucker Kraft tore his right ACL yesterday against the Panthers. No timeline on his return. And Monday Night Football action, the Cardinals and Cowboys kick off. Join Lieutenant Eric for the contest at Selly's Sports Bar and Lounge at Century Casino on Fort Road. Kickoff goes at 6:15. In NBA action, both Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves are being held out of the Lakers lineup against the Trailblazers. Doncic with a leg issue, Reeves with groin soreness. That game gets going at 8 o'clock. This sports update is brought to you by Advantage Sports Medicine. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists, and you're stuck with a bag of frozen peas. Get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game. Call them at 780-460-9977 or visit their website at AdvantageSportMed.ca to book an appointment today. Reid and Jay have more after the break. Comes Zachary Kubish, keeping you in the loop.
The EST Hangout.
What a bizarro night that was with the baseball and the hockey game happening at the same time like that. That was, I don't know, I know you were there. I don't know if you were there, Maddie, but what a weird experience that was.
I think I've covered like 1,000+ Oilers games in my career. I've never experienced a night like that. That was different.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
What a ride it was. The Blue Jays have made our whole country proud. Sentinel Storage is honored to stand with Canada's team every step of the way. Thank you, Blue Jays. Sentinel Storage, official storage provider of the Toronto Blue Jays.
The temperature may be dropping, but the action's heating up. Play Alberta is offering odds boosts on every Oilers game all season long. This is your chance to score big. And for a limited time only, our listeners get an exclusive $50 free bet when they deposit $50 using EST50. That's code EST50 for an exclusive $50 free bet. Alberta wins with Play Alberta. Must be 18+ to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense.
EST Afternoons.
Ian Harrison from the Associated Press. Your takeaways from this World Series, which is one of the best we've had in recent memory.
You know, you can pick any number of things, and for me, it's going to be IKF not scoring from third on the Dalton Varsho grounder. The paw has catch in center, whether it's the Barger ball that gets stuck in the wall. This was a World Series truly for the history books.
EST Afternoons, weekday afternoons 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Where holiday cheer meets great beer. This season, celebrate at the Canadian Brewhouse. From plated dinners and festive buffets to casual pub-style parties, we've got the perfect space for your crew. Book your holiday party today at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
The Oil Stream.
What would you grade Evan Bouchard so far?
I think it'd have to be a C-.
Oh, you'd give him a C-.
Not even close to what we know he can do. The production's not there, even though it's getting better.
I'd give him a D.
Okay, yeah, sure.
I'd say
I didn't want to be that harsh.
7 years into your pro career, that type of consistent mistake, night in, night out, is unacceptable.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
All right, good to have you tuning in this afternoon. Hope you're having a great day. Oilers Blues coming up at 6:30. We will have the GCL Diesel pregame show at 5:30, hosted by Tom Gazzola. He's on right after the game as well to break it down. The Oilers 6-4-3. St. Louis struggling at 3-7-2. And then the Oilers are in Dallas tomorrow. Then a few days without a game. They'll host Colorado on Saturday for their next home game. What? Are you going to that one too?
No.
What was it like in the theater box, by the way?
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, you'd gone before.
Prime rib.
In the theater box?
Yeah, it's a buffet.
Just left on your seat for you?
Yeah. Here's a slab of beef.
Here's the beef, kid.
No, it was fantastic. I mean, there was everything there. You could not go hungry when you're in that situation.
Canadian Brewhouse Studio is where we are. Pizza Sunday is back at the Canadian Brewhouse after 4 p.m. Grab an 8-inch two-topping pizza for just $9.99. Wash it down with $6.99 doubles and $1 off Bud Light tankards. Monday nighter is, what is it, Arizona and Dallas? I don't feel much interested in that one. Am I a bad man?
No. But you could pick up after the Oilers game.
True.
You'll still be going.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, if you're sprinkling on the Jays play of the game.
So yesterday I didn't watch any of the morning games. Then I watched KC Buffalo and I watched Seattle Washington. But I missed a couple of great games.
Oh,
Cincy,
Chicago,
Sin-Shai, and Love Lack. Was that one?
Well,
was it Chargers Raiders? Who were they playing? Didn't that game go to overtime? Did the guy make the 68-yard field goal?
Yeah. No, that was Jacksonville.
That was Jacksonville's kick.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And then the Green Bay Packers falling flat on their face at home to the Carolina Panthers.
Oh, right.
It was those helmets. Did you see?
Oh, did they wear goofy
those
helmets?
Stupid leather look helmets.
Oh, those ones.
Like, stop. Just stop. You have one of the most iconic logos in sports, period. The Green Bay G.
Right.
And I just this throwback thing, it just keeps rearing its ugly head.
Yeah. When is enough?
Just stop. They don't look like throwback leather helmets. They simply don't.
No, somebody should actually wear them.
They should actually force them to wear leather helmets and see how long it lasts. That would be ideal. But yeah, that Bears-Cincinnati game. I mean, Joe Flacco, he was spinning the ball.
Didn't he have a career high in yards?
Oh, he had a career high everything, 40, I'm sure. They scored 3 times in 2 minutes.
But Chicago won.
They came back late. It was
the Chiefs-Bills game was not a thrilling game, but I just wanted to watch it because of the quality of those two teams over the last few years.
Yeah, it was a dud compared to others. But this is the narrative now. The Chiefs don't care about the regular season. Just wait till the playoffs.
But they're out of the playoffs now, though.
Well,
aren't they 8th?
I'm sure that's going to turn around. Yeah. We'll see.
If you're watching us on YouTube, by the way, don't forget, give us a thumbs up.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
Let's get to 100. We need 20. Should be able to do that in the 40 minutes remaining in the show. Do not be a pleasure delayer. The fourth clue in the Hudson's Canada's Pub, mystery athlete of the game. Now, to win the $25 GC, you have to text in to 780-218-9999. That's the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Got to text your guesses there. Maximum 3 guesses per person. The fourth clue is Angels. So the clues are 40, 95, cycle, and Angels. It was interesting. Someone posted in the chat earlier, said, Reid, your first couple clues are always useless. You'll see when we reveal this, the first couple of clues gave it away. Gave it away. Handed it to you on a platter.
Silver?
40, 95, cycle, and Angels. Now, if someone doesn't win it here, I'm confident the fifth clue will then give it away.
Yes.
But you never know. People have surprised us both ways before. There have been ones we thought were extremely difficult that had a winner early. There were ones that we thought we were like, are we making it too easy today? And then we even have to come up with extra clues a couple of times. So the clues are 40, 95, cycle, and Angels. See if somebody can get it in the next few minutes. Maybe, maybe not. Edmonton Sports Talk is presented by Play Alberta. You can go to playalberta.ca to get Jay's play of the day. You can skip the flight to Vegas because jackpots are just a tap away. Experience all the thrills of the casino right from your phone with Play Alberta. Download the app today and deposit $50 using the EST exclusive promo code EST Casino for a $50 casino bonus. Your play of the day is what, sir?
Cowboys, -3.5. Boosted to +108.
Well,
Jacoby Brissett. That's all I'll say.
Where is the game? I don't even know.
Dallas.
Oh, it's in Dallas.
Dallas.
Our off-topic topic for William Huff. What is your biggest sports heartbreak? This could be a loss you experienced as a competitor or as a spectator. It could be something else. Mine was finding out Ben Johnson had been stripped of his gold medal. That's something that stays with me. I'm not saying it's my only sports heartbreak. I mean, hey, look, failing to make par on number 5 at Riverside 30 consecutive times, that's heartbreaking. Yeah. that should be the time I failed to shoot under par golfing, Reid. Jay, you'd be like, isn't that every round? Did somebody get it?
We had 2 people get it same time.
Okay, at the same time. So do we got to do a randomizer?
Well, they both came in at 451. Now, the way they come in is the way I got to do it. So this is an unnamed textor. Okay. But I'm going to text you back, and they did get it correct.
All right. That's really good. Now, see, I think I did something that I say I should not do. I basically gave an extra clue by saying that the first 2 clues gave it away. Yes. I should spank myself for that. Well, it gives me something to do tonight. I'll have to put an out of office on my email. Reid is not available right now.
I just stop.
Yeah, better cut that one short. Better cut that one short.
Yep.
So now, Coob, you don't know who it is, do you? Oh yeah, you do know who it is. Coob's texting. He's just like, what? Coob, what do you do from 3 to 6 every day? Oh, I just got some downtime. Just text.
I was on Play Alberta, boys. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Just giving you a hard time. We love you. The first clue, so the first 2 clues were connected, 40 and 95. In 1995, this person led the National League with 40 home runs. The fourth clue was cycle. He hit for the cycle on June 10th, 1998. Angels, one of his Major League Baseball teams, one of his minor league baseball teams. Coob, do you have the picture? One of his minor league baseball teams was the Edmonton Trappers. And the fifth clue, which we didn't need to get to, was father of a Blue Jay.
Yes.
So it's not Vlad Sr. Who is it?
Dante Bichette.
Dante Bichette is the Hudson's Canada's Pub mystery athlete of the game. when I was going through this with Tom Gazzola excitedly said, "There was a trapper. There was a trapper." I'm like, okay, Tom, it's okay. No, he was a trapper. Like, I did not realize, and I've known Tom 15 years now.
Big trapper guy.
I didn't know until the last year or so when I worked with him on a daily basis how much he knows about the Edmonton Trappers and how I'm going to use the word borderline insane he is about Trappers. He knows all of them. So we got, if you're on YouTube, you can see a couple images here of Dante Bichette as an Edmonton Trapper.
Kind of looks like Bo Bichette.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, really.
That's fitting.
Really adds up that it's his dad.
Shows the genes work.
It is funny. You'll have, kids, like younger kids, and you say, man, that is a perfect representation of both the mom and dad combined. And you're saying that like it's some grand statement.
Right.
But in fact, it's just
that's genetics.
Genetics. That's how it works.
So do we have the name of the winner yet?
Shamu.
Shamu is the winner. Dante Bichette. So Shamu is getting the Hudson's Canada's Pub $25 gift card for winning the mystery athlete of the game. So father of a Blue Jay, that would have narrowed it down.
I do have to give credit, though. Like, Mex was the next guy. It
Mex
went
is
Shamu
usually in the mix.
And Mex. So.
He hasn't been quite quick enough yet this year.
Well, he's been away.
Oh, plus he missed about half
away for a long time. So I'm just, waiting for the...
Because we've only done... I got a spreadsheet for this. How many mystery athletes have we done? Because some of the games have been on... Well, several games have been on weekends. Mystery athlete for this year. This was our 8th one. So, yeah, he's probably was away for 4 or 5 of them. All right, there we have it. Should I move fired up, or do you want me to start it?
No, let's get fired up. I can do a quick one.
You can do it fired up. Fired up, of course, coming to you for Gemco Fireplaces. Proudly serving Edmonton and area for 45 years, the authorized dealer for Napoleon Fireplaces. Whether it's gas or wood burning, look no further than Canadian-made Napoleon Fireplaces. All the Napoleon products you need are available at Gemco, 9281 50th Street.
I'm fired up, and because I want yours to marinate. I want you to have enough time to properly say what you need to say and get it off your chest. I'm fired up for those poor kids that, the Ford Small Stars, that they come onto the ice in the first intermission.
Right.
And they play during Oilers games at Rogers Place.
Right.
Their was nobody watching. Their own parents were not watching. I feel bad for them. I think they should get a redo because that place emptied out. That place emptied out so fast because they weren't playing the game at that point. This is prior to them playing the game during the intermission. So that place cleared out. Everybody was in the concourse trying to watch the Blue Jays game. So I'm fired up for the little Ford Small Stars that did not get any love, any appreciation. They should get a redo. I'm also fired up because the NHL has now announced that the outdoor hockey returns to Texas with the 2027 Stadium Series, which will be held at AT&T Stadium in Dallas. Is this Stadium Series is this enough? Are we done yet?
It's a big deal.
Can we hang it up?
If it's in that city, it's a big deal. Okay, that's why they do it.
But it's losing the Stadium Series was, at least, now it's the technology and they can have it in Bermuda. They
That'd
can
be a good idea.
I just, I don't know. I've had enough.
But it's a big deal. Okay, but nobody in Texas cared about the Heritage Classic, but it was a big deal here.
Yeah, but
it's
it was
now
played
a big deal
in frigid temperatures outdoors, like pond hockey. That was the initial, idea behind this.
Right,
was to take the
the more recent one, it wasn't that cold.
Back to the original one. I was there.
The original one was.
I brought a Mickey in with me, and it froze under my seat.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't think alcohol could freeze like that.
I didn't either, but I was rudely awakened. It was cold, man. But it just, I don't know. It's losing its, glitter. For me, anyways.
But think how many more people they can get in. I get it. Why would you care about an outdoor game in Dallas? But they're going to care in that region. It'll still be a novelty if you do it every few years in a market.
I suppose. But I can still be sick of it.
But from a national standpoint, it's not a big deal for us here in Edmonton. Be like, who are they playing? Did they say? Let's watch Nashville and Dallas outside. I mean, who cares?
Right. It's going to be the Dallas Stars. Where is this?
Did they say the opponent? They might have not said the opponent.
I can't find it.
They might have not announced it because they're still going to make the schedule.
Dallas Stars to be home team in an outdoor game for second time, February 20th, 2027.
Well, that'll be exciting for them.
Yeah, I'm sure Jerry Jones is excited about it.
Also, if we should mention, too, the Alberta high school football, they're back after 4 weeks off because of the teacher strike, so they're going to basically go straight into some playoffs, right?
Yep.
So there will be provincial champions, so that's good for football, and I assume that'll probably affect volleyball as well.
Yeah, they're just going to roll it into a win and go on tournament.
Right, okay.
It'll be pretty fast.
Okay, good stuff. 5 o'clock break, fired up for Gemco. More fired up for Gemco. Oilers pregame show starts at 5:30.
2 guys and a goalie.
Hire it or fire it that a player, looking at you, Matthew Barzal, should be scratched for being late.
If that's the team rules, that's the team rules. I have zero issue with it.
I'm with Cass. Hire it. It doesn't matter who you are. You set a precedent. It's a horrible look. Then a fourth liner guy does it the next week later and he doesn't play.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Hi, Dennis from Weiss Johnson here, and we're excited to be partnering up with the Nielsen Show and have a special deal exclusive for Nielsen Show listeners. Get 10% off any new Trane furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump installation from now until the end of October. Bundle a furnace with an AC or heat pump and get 25% off the package price. Get your home comfort now for all seasons with Weiss Johnson and Trane. Trane, it's hard to stop a train. Visit wjsportstalk.com today.
Summer was packed with memories.
Wait, let me get a picture.
Your garage doesn't have to be.
Wow, look at all this space.
Store your gear with Sentinel Storage and enjoy extra space all year. Try 4 weeks free. Visit sentinelstorage.ca.
Running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed for small businesses, because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Join over 5,000 Alberta businesses who have chosen us to help their business grow and succeed. Alberta Blue Cross takes care of you and your employees, so you can take care of your business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you.
At Mind360, we invite you to embark on your mental health journey in a safe and comfortable space. Conveniently located in St. Albert, Mind360 has a diverse team of experienced clinicians that offer a broad range of tailored services for children, adults, and families. Furthermore, we are very proud to serve our military, veterans, and first responders. If you're looking for counseling, treatment, or assessment, understand that you are not alone. Contact Mind360 at mind360.ca to book an appointment today.
The temperature may be dropping, but the action's heating up. Play Alberta is offering odds boosts on every Oilers game all season long. This is your chance to score big. And for a limited time only, our listeners get an exclusive $50 free bet when they deposit $50 using EST50. That's code EST50 for an exclusive $50 free bet. Alberta wins with Play Alberta. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense.
It's wing showdown time at the Canadian Brewhouse. Creamy street corn goes head-to-head with Mexican chili lime. 2 bold flavors battling for your taste buds. Grab them anytime, or just 69 cents every Wing Wednesday. The Canadian Brewhouse. Our house is your house.
The River Cree Resort and Casino features the best in live entertainment, including international U2 tribute band, Desire, November 14th. Performing decades of U2's greatest hits, it's Desire, November 14th at the River Cree. Tickets for this show and more at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement, bet on it.
What a ride it was. The Blue Jays have made our whole country proud. Sentinel Storage is honored to stand with Canada's team every step of the way. Thank you, Blue Jays. Sentinel Storage, official storage provider of the Toronto Blue Jays.
All right, John Schneider, Blue Jays manager, up for American League Manager of the Year, up against Stephen Voigt of Cleveland and Dan Wilson of Seattle. Is it Voigt or Vought? I don't even know how to say it. It's V-O-G-T. Somebody in the nasty chat tell me. The winner will be announced on November
John
11th.
Voigt? He's a famous actor.
John Voigt, yeah. That's Angelina Jolie's dad.
That was Bud Kilmer in Friday Night Lights.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And he was in Anaconda, perhaps one of the greatest giant snake movies ever made.
Isn't he Angelina Jolie's father?
Yes, I just said that.
Did you?
Yes.
Wow. You beat me to it.
Oh, that's great. All right, Oilers coverage at 5:30.
This comes in from the Wolf, Reid. This is on the River Cree Resort and Casino.
I golfed with him.
Inbox. You did. The Wolf just finished work. He always refers to himself in first person. The Wolf just finished work, and I've got one question. Well, they should have carried it on then. Anyways, I'm going to ask you the question. Reid, are you going to check out any of the indie horror movies this week at the Indie Horror Movie Festival that's coming to town?
I did not know anything about it.
Really?
So I'll have to learn more. I would say...
That's right up your... That's in your wheelhouse, no? Good old...
yeah, I wonder if Zip's involved in that. Because
just an awful horror movie?
Because, yeah, Zip does stuff with the EIFF. So I'll have to see if he knows anything about that. Yeah,
what's the International...
Edmonton International Film Festival.
Okay.
Yeah. Because remember last year I went to that wrestling movie? I didn't go to anything this year. Casino Dealer Jay, what was the iconic moment you remember from the Jays run? Well, to me, it's the Springer home run. I mean, you don't get to the World Series without that.
I think all of Game 7 for me, being there, experiencing the Oilers game while trying to watch the Blue Jays game, having the whole arena think that Isaiah Kiner-Falefa scored,
right,
to only find out that he didn't.
Are you mad at him for not leading off more?
Well, I looked into it.
Or you trust the player?
That third base coach of theirs had been holding them all series.
Okay.
They looked at the exact feat of leadoff that he had, and it was very similar to others. Could have he had a bit of more of a jump? Could have he slid with his,
head first?
Head first?
Yeah.
Who knows? It's a game of inches at that point. It was just crazy that the catcher's foot came off the plate.
I know, that's the thing.
And you're thinking, is there a glimmer of hope here? But
yeah. Because when they challenged, I thought, and again, I'm watching with no sound.
Well, you kind of have to challenge at that point.
Plus there's nothing to lose. But I thought, okay, they're challenging, did he beat the throw? And then I'm like, wait a minute. He might have not beat the throw, but the foot might have not been on the base. Like, just nuts. And then Smith is the guy that hits the home run.
Of course.
After all that.
Poetic.
780-218-9999 is how you text us. That is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. River Cree Resort and Casino happy hour, $5.25 drinks available Sunday to Thursday, 9 a.m. until 7 p.m. So we did Hudson's Canada's Pub Mystery Athlete of the Game. It was Dante Bichette.
Yes.
Portions of this hour are presented by Little Buckaroo Design. Since 2015, Little Buckaroo Design in New Sarepta has been saying, heck yeah, we can do that. From heat press and embroidery to rhinestones, sublimation, DTF, signs, and custom decals.
Decals!
Michelle and her team can make it happen. Stop by the showroom at 5063 Center Ave in New Sarepta. Call 780-984-2872 or check out their website, lilbuckaroodesign.ca. Little Buckaroo Design in New Sarepta. Great friends of the Reid Wilkins Show and Edmonton Sports Talk. I just want to get onto something quickly here. This can be fired up or it can just be something I want to say. You know what's irritated me? And people will probably be stunned that I'm irritating by something. New York Yankees fans. Like, the Blue Jays were so mean to us. The Blue Jays, did you see how the Blue Jays fans celebrated when they beat the Yankees? Well, screw you. I'm glad you guys lost the World Series. You know what, Yankees fans? I got 2 special words for you. Shut up and stuff it. Woo! That's 5 words. Sorry.
Yeah, sound like Charles Barkley.
Like seriously. You're fans of the New York Yankees, the most victorious and entitled team in North American pro sports. Like you got to walk. You know, my friend. Well, one of Zip's friends years ago was a Yankees fan. This was around the Jeter era, and he had a shirt that was like it looked like Got Milk, but it was like Got 24. I don't know how many do they have now? 26. I can't remember. It's like they have all this like swagger about them, and hey, fine, it's deserved. You cheer for the New York Yankees, great. That's awesome. Somebody beat you. You know what? They're gonna celebrate. It's a big deal to beat the Yankees. Take it as a compliment instead of all this baby stuff like, no, you lost. No, you know how it feels. Get over yourself. Like I saw a Yankees fan post on social media, what did Vladdy say after they beat the Yankees?
Yankees lose.
But then the Blue Jays lose. Come on.
Right.
We're trying to win one World Series in the last 32 years. The Yankees have 27. Now, not as many recently, to be fair. So maybe they don't know what it's like to win anymore. But it's like, get over yourself. Like your franchise used to have other teams in the American League basically operate as a farm system. Like other teams in the same league you're in. Like, how do they get Roger Maris? He was on Kansas City, the Kansas City A's. So now it's just like, the Blue Jays fans they're such jerks because they celebrated. No, they aren't. Like, quit it. Quit it. You want people to think you're classy and that the Yankees are classy? Well, then represent them that way. Yeah, the Blue Jays had a good ride. Yes, they celebrated when they beat the Yankees. Beating the Yankees is still a big deal. They still got great players. Like Aaron Judge is right up there as one of the best players in the game. So now you got to go on here and mock the Blue Jays and the Blue Jays fans when they suffer a heartbreaking moment. Like, come on. It's awful. It's just another reason to dislike the Yankees, I guess, in case people needed it even more.
Sorry, I'm just nominating this for Rant of the Year.
Well, it wasn't that. I'm going to have much better rants in the next 10 months, I'm sure.
That's pretty good. Reid, what did you say? Shut up and stuff it?
Yes.
That's good. It's powerful.
I mean, I get it. Well, we don't want to cheer for the team that knocked us out. So let me get this straight. Yankees fans are cheering for the Dodgers who beat you in last year's World Series? Here's the thing, Yankees fans. If you're going to cheer against teams that are better than you, or you're going to run out of teams to cheer against because you haven't won the World Series in a while. Not as often as you're supposed to. Because they're entitled. It's the birthright of the Yankees to win the World Series every so often because that's how baseball should work. My God, it sickens me. I'm getting more angry now that I'm talking about
it. What does the Emperor have to say about it?
The Emperor has these thoughts.
Good. I can feel your anger.
But were you not a little taken aback by all these Yankee fans like, ha?
I mean, the Yankee lose thing, that was thrown around a lot. But it is something to be said that is celebrated so much because it is the Yankees.
Sure.
Because they have won 27 championships. They're the tip of the mountain when it comes to baseball. So it's like you're beating the best, you should celebrate it. But then to come back, I don't like, after the fact, coming back and saying, shame, I laugh at you now.
What are you
beat us.
celebrating? Your team didn't win anything.
Yeah, it is petty, for sure.
They haven't won the World Series since 2009, by the way.
If your team gets there, great. If they don't, then you can't necessarily, with a clear conscience, that is, laugh in the face of the team that beat you and lost in the World Series.
Right.
Shame on you, Yankees fans.
They should all be ashamed.
Yeah, stuff it.
Every single one of them. Do we have any Yankees fans at the office? I don't think we do.
There is one. Yeah, there is one. Name is Matthew N. Iwanek.
Now, he has not, to be fair, I've not heard him gloating that the Blue Jays lost.
No, he just didn't care. After the Yankees were out, he didn't care.
Okay, fine. So he's not a baseball fan. He's a Yankees fan.
Now, was there part of him to himself? And nobody will ever know this, but I can suspect. Was there part of him that was happy they didn't get it done?
Yeah, it's a division rival.
Sure,
probably.
Why not? I mean, that's okay.
Right.
But spewing it online or
it's like, the Blue Jays made it further
laughing in your face
than the team you're cheering for.
and sticking your finger in somebody's face. Yeah, a little much.
Les says the Dodgers spent more money than the Yankees. Opening day. Well, this is opening day payrolls on USA Today. Mets $323 million, Dodgers $321, Yankees $293, Blue Jays fifth, $239. Blue Jays spent a lot of money. Like, I don't want to act like this plucky little underdog team with a $40 million payroll. No, like they spent a lot of money for sure. All right, 780-218-9999 is how you can text us. That's the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. We are going to take a break and wrap it up with words of the day. Tom takes over with the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show at 5:30.
Edmonton is on the road in St. Louis to battle the Blues. Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson preview the action during the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. That goes live at 5:30 right here on EST. 3 other games on tap in the NHL. Leafs and Penguins match up at 5:30. The Canucks and Predators hit the ice at 6:30, while Chicago and Seattle play at 8 o'clock. From Toronto, Blue Jays manager John Schneider is one of 3 American League Manager of the Year finalists. He's up against Stephen Vaught of the Guardians and Dan Wilson from Seattle. Winners announced next Wednesday. NFL action. The Cardinals challenge the Cowboys. Catch the action alongside Lieutenant Eric at Selly's Sports Bar and Lounge at Century Casino on Fort Road. Kickoff at 6:15. Injury updates. Tucker Kraft of the Packers is out with a torn right ACL he sustained yesterday against Carolina, while 49ers rookie Micallef Williams tore his ACL late in yesterday's game trying to make a play against Jackson Dart of the Giants. 9 games on tap in the NBA. Lakers taking on the Trailblazers. Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves are both out for LA. Doncic with a leg issue, Reeves with groin soreness. Tip-off at 8 o'clock. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and surrounding areas since '93. They have doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff today at Windsor Plywood Leduc. Words of the day for the Edmonton Public Library next on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
All right, hope you're having a great afternoon. It's dark outside. My goodness. I guess we didn't save the daylight. Someone was saying is it daylight saving time or daylight savings? I think it's daylight saving time.
Daylight saving time.
What's the proper? It's daylight saving time. It's not savings.
Savings.
Daylight saving time, DST. Or it's just simply called summertime in the UK and the European Union. It's time to get rid of this. Pick a time, split the difference. Like maybe in the spring, we just spring forward half an hour, whatever. Enough moving the clocks. Enough.
Oh, this is a problem with you?
Yes, it's stupid.
Yeah.
Why can't it just be at the same time? Like everybody, most people, sleep experts, like doctors would actually know, say it's not healthy. It's not good. I guess it's worse when you spring ahead. And most people feel inconvenienced. I guess, I got an extra hour. Okay, sure.
Yeah, but you know what? Then the next day, like last night, we made sure the girls were in bed super early. Because as of yesterday, it was 9:30, but yesterday was 8. You know what I mean?
So it still throws you off, even if you I got an extra hour's sleep. Well, it's still
I've never been like, oh, this is the worst.
No, but I just think it's dumb.
It's kind of fun. I do love. There's nothing more that I love than going around to every clock I have in the house and changing the time manually.
How many clocks do you have?
Oh, Reid, I got more clocks than you'd like to know about.
It's a clock potpourri.
We got clocks everywhere in our house.
You have that many?
We have more than you think. Yeah. There's one in the family room. There's in each girl's bedroom. There's one.
Digital or analog?
Oh, with a hand.
Really? That you got to spin a little dial.
When I'm saying I love doing that, I completely don't mean it.
Oh, okay.
And I thought you just recently had to figure out how to do it on the car. If you have a digital touchscreen, you just put your finger on the clock.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm not good at this stuff, Reid. I'm not. Time is passing me by.
So I changed my clock. So I do have a clock radio in my bedroom, stove, microwave, and I have a digital clock under my TV that's just its own little thing. I changed all those before I went to the game Saturday. So then when I got home and did my hit, the clock was already moved back. Yeah, that's how I did it.
Well, your phones, that's like a saving grace.
The phone does it on your own. And then my wristwatch I did the next day.
It must really take a hit now, this digital world we live in, with I forgot to set my clock back. Sorry, I'm an hour late.
Right.
Complaints.
Yeah, can't do that anymore.
It's
your phone changed.
You got a phone there, bucko?
Changed on its own.
I don't think that excuse holds up anymore.
Tell you what, we have 99 thumbs on YouTube.
Hey,
if you haven't already hit the thumbs up, do it so we can get to 100. That's pretty good for a shortened show. Or click share and then send the show link off to somebody else and encourage them to give us a thumbs up. We're done in about 5 minutes. Tom takes over at 5:30, GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. All right, words of the day, of course, are presented by the Edmonton Public Library. They have their Cooking for a Cause program. It allows private groups of up to 36 people to have an interactive cooking experience with a chef in the kitchen at the Stanley A. Milne Library. That's the one downtown. Fully customized. You can pick what food to cook, what to drink, and what your atmosphere will be. Go to the EPL website, epl.ca. Look for Cooking for a Cause to find out more. All right.
The word of the day with Reid and Jay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
What do they got to say?
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you.
Let's find out.
English, do you speak it? Then you know what I'm saying.
Okay. First word of the day, ostracize. Ostracize.
Ostracize. OSTRACIZE. And this is an exercise routine strictly for an ostrich. No, that's not it. I'm joking. Ostracize means to exclude. Often, I guess to exclude. Really.
That's it.
Well, that's all it is.
To ostracize someone is to exclude them from a group by the agreement of the group's members.
Right.
She was ostracized by her community after refusing to sign the petition.
Right.
Okay, so hey, look at that.
That was an easy one.
That's positive for Oilers fans. Whenever Reid does well, the Oilers play well.
Have you traced that?
Not once.
Not at all.
Not once, Reid. Not once.
I'm glad I knew that one.
Second word of the day, suspire. Suspire.
Well, I know how to spell it. S-U-S.
Suspire.
Suspire. S-U-S-P-I-R-E. What does this mean? Suspire. Is this Is this to be suspicious or fearful of something?
No. Oh boy. No, it's not.
Is there a sentence? Should I know this? Did I fail you?
Johnny came into work late for the third day in a row, to which his boss, floor manager George, suspired.
Oh, it's kind of like to be frustrated with something. Like
That was a bad sentence. I had to make it up on the fly.
I don't know then. I should know.
I'm suspiring right now. Watch me.
Oh, sigh. Like to sigh.
Hey!
Okay. Well, I didn't get it.
We're
3 out of 4 pretty good, though.
You a...
Oh, I got 3 out of 4.
Let's see here.
It's pretty good. I nailed both spellings and the definition for ostracized.
Yeah, we'll give you a Roslovic.
3 out of 4.
We'll give you 1.28. So 2.28.
What? How
so
am I
that's
getting
3
anything for
point-
Suspire? I didn't know it.
3 point. You got it in the end.
Okay.
3.28 out of 4.
So Roslovic's going to score tonight, guaranteed from Jay.
Book it.
All right. Thanks for getting us over 100 thumbs. Thanks for rolling with us today. Always love doing the show for you. Tom is next. GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. On behalf of Zachary Kubish and Jay Milne, I'm Reid. Enjoy the Oilers and the Blues.